go. I think we're live. I think we're here. Welcome everybody to the Rise of Sun podcast. I got your one and only Resident Unleashed here.
Hello. I'm going to post this to twitter.com so people who appreciate
dtwitter.com.
yes, can come watch it.
Are you the meme queen of the Meg 10 community? Is that accurate?
I guess I am at the moment. Because sometimes I just sit there and I have ideas and I'm just like, this is stupid. So.
It's stupid. I'm gonna upload it.
Yeah.
That's how
and
it
then
works,
everyone
right?
gets angry at me.
Wait, you're trying to tell me people in the Meg 10 community get angry at you? No way. I don't believe it.
Dude, my first meme, my first meme video was ShinMegamiTenseiV as a Persona 5 ripoff.
Oh my god.
And it was just a joke. It was totally just a joke. And like people clicking on the title thinking it was real, even though the first 5 seconds of the video says this video is for comedic purposes only.
I could definitely see that happening.
And there were so many people just coming into the video and disliking it and then leaving.
I think the joke is obvious. Like, how do they not understand that? That's what I don't get.
Like, it was so funny because when I was watching, like, it was after the the full gameplay announcement of ShinMegamiTenseiV at the Nintendo E3 presentation, and there were people seriously saying that it was a Persona 5 ripoff. So I made a video, like, just, like, making kind of, like, fun of the whole situation. I joined a Discord where you get banned if you post anything about SMT. What the fuck?
Dude, see, people are like, you know, Persona fans are the worst, or SMT fans are the worst. They're both pretty bad.
Yeah, they're both.
Honest.
Honestly, like, one of the big reasons why I haven't uploaded a review for ShinMegamiTenseiV is because I'm scared of the community flaming me, because I uploaded a review of Nocturne saying that I thought the game was mediocre, and everyone's like, oh my god, how can you not like Nocturne? Oh my god, you suck, Resident. Like, your opinion, it sucks. And I was just like, I didn't say you can't like the game. I was just like, it's old. It's kind of aged. It's hard to play.
I like Nocturne a lot, actually, but
yeah,
I get where you're coming from. I totally understand. If SMT3 had like the quality of life changes that like SMT5 has, I think that'd be like the perfect game. But that's just not how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If they completely like did a remake of SMT3, it would have been so good, but you know, we got what we got. How's it going, Lily? How's it going, Dimicron, everybody? Welcome. But yeah, so you were telling me about your channel, like how you got started before we started. How someone agrees that Nocturne's mediocre flawed. Yeah, I'm about to say Dimicron's always egging on Nocturne, so
a lot of the fans don't understand the yep. They really don't, Alex. They really don't.
Especially gamers. You know what I mean?
Oh. As a game developer, right? As somebody who made games and knows how the industry works, like in and out, basically. The only thing I can't tell you is like how much things cost, because I only work for indie studios, so. But like every time I'm just like, I worked in the industry, I know how this works. It's just like, no, you don't. And I just sit there like, what the fuck? How can you tell me that I don't know how it works when I literally worked in it? I had a job.
Wait, what games did you work on, and do you know?
None of the games I worked on ever got released.
Oh shit.
One of them was called Skedaddle. It got greenlit by Steam. Way back when. I didn't start developing on that game. I was still at uni, and then they called on me to like replace one of the programmers in that game, and then we were working on it, and then ultimately the entire company disbanded because they were running out of time and money, and a lot of people, instead of finishing Skedaddle, went off and did other jobs, and a lot of them ended up not being game developers at all. They just ended up working in the IT industry.
Well, damn. That sucks.
Yeah, one of them's now a receptionist, because the games industry in Australia is pretty poor. It's not funded very well.
Isn't that why Steam? I mean, Steam has a lot of indie titles, don't it? Isn't that like an easy place for it to be?
even indie studios in other countries get a lot more funding than they do in Australia because I think it was back in like ooh what
Well, I don't know if you're lagging or not, but hey, Joseph, welcome. I agree with you, Lily. I mean, I like Nocturne a lot as well. Oh no, did we lose her? Resident. Oh no. They are in Australia, so there might be a little bit of ping. I'm in America right now, so there might be some ping issues here. Well, let's just wait a second, see what happens. Oh no. Oh no. This ain't great. Technical difficulties, folks. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna figure this out real fast. Hold on. Uh-oh.
my Discord probably screwed itself because I'm talking to somebody from America.
Yeah, that might have been it.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're alright, you're alright.
I'll keep it better on it. It kind of like cuts out sometimes even here. I can't remember where I was talking.
No, you're fine. Well, here, so we were talking about how you started your channel, because I don't really know you a lot. I guess I could explain how I started my channel to you as well, but like, so you did pro Pokemon, you said, right? And then
Yeah.
COVID
So
sort of stopped that.
after my realization that working in the games industry in Australia was not paying me a lot of money. Like I was earning like the just over minimum wage for working a full-time job, which was not very good. Um I kind of dropped it because I didn't really know what to do with myself, and I'd already like spent all that time at university. So
Yeah. That's
I
kind of how
was
I am
just
too. Like I have a bachelor's degree and I'm looking for jobs, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll pay like $8 an hour." I'm like, I didn't go to university for 4 years for $8 an hour, bro.
yeah, exactly.
What
Like
the fuck? Yeah, it's
um,
whack.
so um, I ended up continuing playing Pokemon. Now I've been playing Pokemon for like since 2015. Like I went to a tournament in 2014, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I just wanted to make some friends, and I started like picking it up professionally. Um, I guess only in 2019 when I actually bothered to travel outside of my state of Australia to earn points so I could go to the World Championships. I went to the World Championships in 2016 as well, but that was less of a um
Do they pay
uh
for you to go to that?
no.
Even
I was paid to go to the World Championships in 2019, but I wasn't in 2016 because so what happens is the top 8 in a region, the regions are Oceania, Europe, North America, and Latin America. The top 16 in like Europe and North America will be paid to go to the World Championships. The top 8 in Latin America and Oceania will be paid to go to the World Championships. And in 2016, I had earned an invite to the World Championships to play in day 1. But I didn't earn enough championships points to be in the top 8 of my region. So it happened like that. My mom just said, "It's your 18th birthday present. You can go to the United States with me." So I went to San Francisco. I didn't get anything for my birthday or Christmas that year, and I got to compete in the World Championships in 2016.
jeez. I mean, hey, you get a good story and everything out of it. I would have took that
yeah.
too.
It was there actually where I set a history for Australia, and I actually was the first Australian competitor, to make it out of the day 1 champion, like the day 1 tournament into the day 2 tournament. Instead of just being automatically put into the day 2 tournament because of Oceania's standings. Um, which was
Hmm.
pretty hype because
Yeah, it's setting records. I
a lot of
mean,
people, a lot of the Australians had like no confidence and no faith that I could do that. They thought that I was a bad player, but I proved them wrong.
so wait, how's it done? Is it like how does it work? Do you just fight each other in Pokemon, or like how does it work?
So, but before I answer that question, I'll just finish the story about like the 2019 one, because that's the difference. So I went to the World Championships in 2019 to Washington D.C. That time I was in the top 8 of my region. So instead of playing in day 1, I was automatically put in day 2, and um, at that tournament, I ended up moving through um the Swiss rounds, and I ended up being in top cut, and I managed to beat one of the more famous Pokemon players. His name is Aaron Trailer in top 16 bracket, and then I got eliminated by James Bake in top 8, and that set was actually live streamed. That was actually a very stressful set because somebody was yelling at me the entire time, and I couldn't think when
The
I was on
hell?
stage, and he got kicked out of the venue after my set. But like, you
What the
can't do that.
fuck? It's
Yeah, I
whack.
know. I don't like it, but you can't like. At least I won a game, and it was a really bad matchup, so I'll take it. But like,
I mean, you start somewhere, right? I mean, just getting there is pretty good,
yeah, like
to be honest.
I was pretty happy with that result. I was going in there expecting absolutely nothing.
That's true. When you have no expectations, anything's good. Like anything works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I went up to they had trophies, like the World Championship trophies, and I was just like, there's no way I'm making top cut at all. And then it's just like, I only lost one round of Swiss in the day 2 tournament, which was actually round 1. I lost round 1 and I won every other round, which was funny.
Jeez.
And
I mean,
that's
that's
what happened at the
something.
2016 World Championships as well. I lost round 1 and I won the rest of the.
Oh wow. So wait, so how
Yeah.
many times have you been? You've been twice to
I've
the
been to
championships?
America to play Pokemon 3 times. I was also paid to go to the North American International Championships. Um,
Oh.
so that's not the World Championships, it's just an International Championships. So the stakes are lower. Um, but like at that point, I had already secured my invite to the day 2 of the World Championship, so I didn't care about that tournament. So I got my team 8 hours before the tournament, and I think I still came top 32. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do they? So okay. So how exactly is it then? So
So
you just a regular
yeah,
battle
how
or
does it
what?
work? So, um, we play double battles with rules that the Pokemon Company have selected, not Game Freak. Game Freak has like no determination in the rules set. The Pokemon Company selects the rules for the format and the game we play, and um recently the formats have changed mid-season. Like they've changed in the season, but like for the majority of the time I was playing, it was just like one rule set the entire year, and you just play with that rule set the entire year.
Do you have to
And
practice with a new rule set when they change it?
yeah,
Does that like change like a lot of this? So do you choose which Pokemon you have? Does that
yeah.
determine like
Uh, it's kind of like chess and a trading card game mixed
right?
together.
Hello, Wolf
So
Bark.
um,
I mean,
you
it's still
think of
interesting. I mean, I play Pokemon like
casually,
casually, yeah,
yeah,
and like I did a Nuzlocke, and I beat the Nuzlocke to be fair. So I guess I might have above average understanding, but like I'm nothing at your level, you know. So like I totally understand it. Like so you have to
like
do like typing and then like you also have natures and then move sets and whatnot. So I
yeah,
kind of
like I
understand.
know the base stats of like all of the relevant Pokemon like before Sword and Shield, because that's when I kind of stopped playing.
Yeah,
Um, because of COVID, and also a lot of the um, well, not a lot of them. Like some of the bigger named Australias, they're not very friendly, and they were bullying me the entire time, being very sexist towards me,
that's so
and
fucked up.
they kind of like banded together and kicked me out. and I stopped playing because of that.
That's so whack, though. You think they would be nice, just considering that, like, from how it sounds like North America's, like, and a couple of other places are typically have a lot more people there. No, like, you think they'd allow you to just, just be there because you're Australian. You'd think they would like that, but no, that's kind of whack.
No,
They're
like
shooting
when I
themselves in the
play
foot in a
here, I'm
way.
just playing against Australians, right? So,
Oh, it's like when
um,
you okay, that makes sense then.
yeah, it was a local thing, and they just like ever since I started showing up, like I got bullied, and then
Gamers, am I right?
yeah, I guess so.
Sheesh. And then you made a YouTube channel and got bullied even more.
Yeah, but instead of by people who like Pokemon, people who like SMT.
Wait, okay, here's the real question. Which one was worse, the Pokemon community or the SMT community? I guess it's a little different doing YouTube, though,
It's
because,
it's
like,
not comparable because I was playing a competitive game then, and like your status in the community was basically how good you were at the game. Um,
mm,
but the Shin Megami Tensei community, like I guess the Mega Ten community, is so all over the place. You've got these like really nice people, and then you've got like
my chat, they're the best people. They're the
the
best.
Persona 5 port beggars.
Mm.
Mm,
The P4 port beggars, the P... Oh, wait a minute. There's a port beggar for everything.
dude, I can't
I
wait to
can't
ask
lie.
to see the port beggar from what's its face? Like, what's the game called? Like,
I mean, Dibby Crow's port begged Jack Bros about every other stream I've had, so... But I don't blame him.
why are people still liking my tweet saying that I have a PS5?
Do you have one?
Yeah, I got it for Christmas, and I just
What the fuck? I want a
yeah,
PS5.
like they EB Games Australia is just like, okay, we're not doing this online anymore. We are um only having like you come in and pre-order it. It's like a in-store pre-order, and people were calling them all
Hmm.
day, and it's just like, sorry, you have to come into the store to pre-order it. I was just like,
Jesus, dude. I would have bought a PS5 by now because, like, I have a bunch of student loans. That's why I've not been buying shit. So I've just been sitting at a bunch of money. I was like, one day I'm gonna pay off all this college debt, and then they pushed it till May, and I'm like, ooh, I could buy a PS5 right now if I wanted. But there's nothing. There's no way I could possibly get one though. There's like nothing. No stores around here. Nothing I could like pre-order from. We'll have a PS5.
yeah, it's so
Sucks.
bad globally because like the Switch, the PS5, and the Xbox, the new Xbox. I think it's the Series S or the Series X. I can't remember.
I don't plan on getting that. I don't know. The way I see
They
it is, you
all
don't
use
need
the
an
same.
Xbox if you have a PC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like all those
Kinda.
three consoles have used the same chip, and only one place manufactures the chip.
Yeah. Well, not only that, the West Coast of the United States, we take a lot of importing from there. Especially like in the Asian countries and whatnot, because it's like right over the sea there, and it's just all fucked up. The whole West Coast is just fucked up with importing stuff because like there's literally just tons and tons of like boats and trailers and things that are just sitting there at the docks, and they're not able to bring shit in. People aren't willing to work. It's like super messed up. I don't know. Like my SMT5 came like a week and a half after its release date, and I pre-ordered
Yeah,
it in June.
I heard crap like that was happening in both the US and Canada where they were just like,
Yeah, it's bad.
was it like, I think it was Amazon or something? I don't know. But I didn't have a problem with Shin Megami Tensei 5 because in Australia the 4-man edition was only sold through EB Games. So,
Hmm. I,
and
I
I
just got
was
the Steelbook because I collect the Steelbooks. It's like one of the few things I collect. I just collect games. I made myself stop collecting anything else. And yeah, Lily, we are all raving lunatics. To be fair, I'll port beg a P3 remake. To be honest, I'll port beg that. I don't know.
please
It's the
Atlas
only one
give
I
me
want.
look, I want Persona 3 where I can control the allies and watch the anime cutscenes. I don't want to like
Yes.
Thoughts on Shin Megami Tensei 5? Do you want to know my thoughts or Rising's thoughts, or do you want to know both of our
Let's
thoughts?
just do both. To be honest, here's what I give. I don't know how bad you're gonna talk about it or not, but personally, I've put this game at like an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's decent, but I don't know. I feel like the characters are kind of meh to me, especially like Dazai, who they focus a lot on, and I'm just like, about it. I think one of the best things about this game is the compendium fusion stuff is a lot easier. I love that, and the gameplay's fun. Story and everything else is kind of just like, I don't know, like B or C tier at best. That's how I feel about it. Not a bad game though. If you like Meg 10, definitely play it. That's kind of my thoughts on the game. I rather play SMT3, to be honest.
I like Shin Megami Tensei 5, but I also don't like Shin Megami Tensei 5 because, well, my review's coming out soon, I guess, so people can flame me there. But, like, yeah, I don't like the story either. It's a bit lackluster. I actually haven't finished the game. I got bored of it. Um,
Damn.
at right at the ice world. Even though I got Loop Garter and Cerberus, which are two of my favorite demons. Like even
Yeah,
that
Cerberus is
couldn't
cool.
like push me through. Like I really like collecting Mimon and what that, but like the game itself, like playing it is good. But like look, I wasn't like optimizing my builds or anything, so I died, and then every time I died, I lost so much. Like I lost like an hour or two of like progress because dumb me didn't save the game. But like it was frustrating, and I was just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to put myself through
Right.
it.
That Ice World 2 is a huge, like, spike in
Yeah,
difficulty for
it
some
was
fucking
like
reason.
I found Cerberus initially, and it was bloody 12 levels higher than me, and I was already grinding the shit out of the game, and I was just like,
Yeah.
huh?
I did every side quest and I got to there and I was getting one-shotted by every demon. I luckily because I was like I'm streaming it, so I that sort of pushes me to finish the game, and people are chatting there, so it's like it's not
Yeah,
too bad. I still got people to talk to if things get
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That kind of
Um,
forced me to finish it, but like I had to take literally like 5 6 hours of not streaming the game and just grinding, and it was so boring.
yeah, one of my other
I don't
problems
know.
with finishing SMT5 as well was real life kind of noggin me on the head when the game released, and I had to I had the opportunity finally after all this COVID crap had happened to see my partner again, and he lives in Sydney, I live in Melbourne, so I had to go up and see him, and that was just after Shin Megami Tensei 5 had come out, and I didn't get the game early. So
Hmm.
I went
I didn't
up there
either.
and I was playing it, and I was just like, should I finish this at home? Should I finish this here? And I ultimately I got distracted by spending time with my partner. So,
Which is
um,
probably more worth it than
yeah.
ST5.
So, and the other thing is, I don't like the Switch. I don't like it. I like when I
It would
was
have been better
younger.
on a PC or a PS4.
When I was younger, I really liked playing portable games, but now I just don't because when I go I used to play portable games in bed. Now as an adult, I just go in bed and I go to sleep.
Really? I sit in bed and play games a lot still.
I can't do it anymore. I I've got I've got a lot of like medical conditions as well, so like as soon as I hit the bed, I'm just like good night world, goodbye.
I feel you on that.
So,
I take like some like medication that makes me like hella tired. A lot of times I take them right before I stream, so I'm just like mellow out in the whole stream. It's honestly therapeutic though. I think streaming to the I just got to the point where it's like therapy for me in a way because I'm talking to people and I'm not focusing on like my anxiety. Weirdly enough, even though like I think I've talked to you about this, like I'm introverted, but like I'll stream and stuff, and somehow I
yeah.
feel okay. It's weird. Yeah, Liz says I may give Rising my Matama money. Yeah, like people were buying the DLCs for me as I was playing it. They're like, do this because the game's a lot fucking easier if you just buy this Matama DLC. Because I was like, I'm not buying the Matama DLC, and then I
I
just
didn't
had
buy
it.
any of the DLCs, and I probably honestly, even though like Yeah, I kind of like talk about SMT for work. Like, nah.
Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you. That's like all the people who talk about the P4 golden thing not being a thing. I was like, I could make a video about this, but I was just like, I don't want to. I think I made one video and I was like, it's like, I get it, guys, it sucks, but nothing we can do about it. It's Atlas. Like, what were we expecting? Like, if it happens, it happens. Like, you know, it's whatever. I guess play it on PC. I don't know.
If
I don't know.
if like the rumors are true and Shin Megami Tensei 5 does end up coming out on like I guess PS5 would be like the more relevant system than PS4 and then like PC. I would definitely get it on PS5 and I would definitely finish it because I'm a trophy hunter. So I would finish it on that, but like my desire to finish like things that I think are like mediocre at like in a sense on other systems is just like I can go play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah, which is like a fucking great game, right?
Dude,
Like,
I
I would play
cried at
Demon
the
Souls.
credits. I was crying. I was just like Ratchet and Clank nostalgia.
I played a couple of those on the PS2, but like I had this whole generation of like PS3 where I didn't touch Ratchet and Clank,
dude.
so I kind of lost it.
So
I mean,
I got my consoles were like PS1, PS2, Wii, and then I got an Xbox 360 because I really liked Sonic the Hedgehog at the time, and Sonic Free Riders was on Kinect, and I was just like, well, I need to play every single Sonic game, so I got an Xbox 360. No,
Sonic 06. No, you don't need to.
I have played Sonic 06 5 times, thank you.
I was about to say, you know what, weirdly, I actually liked Sonic 06 as a kid. I grew up, whenever it became like a big meme for Sonic 06, I was like, wait a minute, I played that game. I was like, I liked that game a little bit as a kid. I haven't touched it since. I mean, I just, the meme of it. To be honest, Sonic 06 has some fucking jams in it. It has some good music, weirdly enough.
I've literally played that game 5 times because I'm just like, when will they make another game where I can play as Silver the Hedgehog? Come on, man.
That's true. They just fucking... I mean, like, I think you could play the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games.
It's not the same.
Silver. Yeah, it's not the same at all, but yeah. Yeah, you and your fancy PS5 that you have, very fancy. Hey, man. I think if you could have one, you would too. Which part was great? The whole series, like nostalgia shit. Yeah, I see. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it. Like Sly Cooper. If they made a new Sly Cooper game, I don't know where I'd be crying, dude.
In Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, they had like this thing where you could like get Lombax lore, and then they're talking about other dimensions. And then, like, the first dimension they talk about is like how there was this thing that looked like a Lombax, but he had a cane and he was stealing stuff, and I was just like,
no way! What?
And then
that's sick!
Then they talked about another dimension where something was just made out of blocks, and I was just like, is that Minecraft?
Yeah, Minecraft.
and then they talked about another dimension where it's just like there was this thing made out of relics, and I'm just like, that's Knack! And then the last dimension that they talked about was a thing where there was this thing made out of fabric just creating whatever, and I'm just like, that's Sackboy.
I was gonna say Little Big Planet, yeah, that's whack. I love
so is that a subtle hint that Sucker Punch might be making?
I hope, dude. Sucker Punch is my favorite developer. I love the Infamous games, the Sly Cooper games. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet.
I just bought that on PS5. I installed it yesterday, and then my friends are just like, hey, Resident, let's play League of Legends. So I ended up playing League of Legends all night while writing my SMT5 review script.
Yeah, I seen you were playing that last night. Whenever we were like talking about doing the podcast, I was like, wait, you're playing League? Not cut it. I can't play. I can't do this. I can't record with you. I don't know.
Oh, Resident, why do you play League of Legends? Well, my Pokemon Void needs to be filled. I need to get that pro gamer out of me.
See, I play like I'd rather play like Valorant? I've been playing Valorant somewhat recently.
So
I grew up playing shooters.
I hate playing first-person shooters with a keyboard and mouse. Absolutely hate it. And people think I'm insane and I'm crazy. And I'm just like, I can get 360 no-scopes headshots on a controller. They're like, no, you can't. And I'm just like, come over to my house and I will literally show you. I've been doing this for years. They're like, you have aim assist. And I'm just like, mate, I always turn it off. It's annoying.
Yeah, aim assist will fuck you up because if somebody runs by you, it'll put your like gun in the ground. It always fucks up like that with aim assist.
Yeah, I hate aim assist.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with a controller too. Like, I played, I think Call of Duty World at War was my first like real shooter. Then I played a bunch after that. But like, I don't know. I had to get used to the keyboard and mouse. I played a lot of Borderlands on keyboard and mouse.
Have
That
I
got me
played
used to aiming.
Cuphead? I have played Cuphead actually, and I beat the tutorial. It was great.
I got
So I'm
Cuphead
better
like
than game reviewers. Just you know.
that's true. I mean, true enough though. To be honest, I got Cuphead like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's challenging as hell, but I like those kind of games.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It reminds me of a lot of the games in the 90s. And I have played a decent amount of games that were on the Sega Mega Drive. It's called the Sega Genesis in the US. I actually have a Sega Mega Drive, and my favorite games are like Sonic 3, um, uh, Alien Storm, I think it is, Altered Beast. Um, yeah, I think those three would be my
Mm.
favorites. And like I played a lot of rail shooters, so Cuphead wasn't like too extreme. In a
Cuphead's good with
sense.
co-op too, though. Like with a
Oh yeah.
friend, co-op's really nice with that. I think it makes it a little bit easier. I don't know. People like, and you kind of right. Like older games just kind of were a little bit harder. It felt like Crash
Oh yeah.
Bandicoot is so fucking hard if you
Dude,
play like the
okay.
originals. It's like Cooper 1. If you get hit one time, you die. Like it's it. You restart. It's like, dude, you weren't allowed to fuck up at all. Some of those games.
With Crash Bandicoot, right? I played Crash 3. That was my first video game I ever played, Crash 3. And then I got Crash 2, and I was just like, oh, this game's cool. And then I got Crash Bandicoot 1. And then I was a kid. I was just like, this game sucks. And then the Insane Trilogy came out, and I'm just like, this game still sucks.
Really? I haven't played the Insane Trilogy. I grew up like I think my first game ever was the original Spyro, like on the PS1.
Yeah.
We had just all PlayStation consoles, and I still have all of them, funny enough. But like I don't know, I liked Spyro more than Crash. I always liked Spyro a little bit more. I don't know why. I think I liked the gliding. Something about having a character that could glide. Like a lot of these
Yeah.
games didn't have that kind of shit, and I was like, this is the best.
They
And
gotta make a new Altered Beast like the Warhog, like Werehog. Thank you very much. But in Sonic Unleashed, if you haven't heard, there's a game called Project Altered Beast. I actually have the speed one world record for Project Altered Beast. Uh, and that was a whole controversy because there's only two people who have submitted a time for it. The other guy submitted a time for it on an emulator, and for like every single PS2 game, that is not allowed in speedrunning because emulators reduce the loading times of video
yeah,
games
I'm
so
sure.
much faster. So I had to beat somebody who was using an emulator, and they wouldn't take it down because they were like the admin of the thing. And then I beat them.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. There probably wasn't enough submissions for them to care.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, but like
I thought about speedrunning Kingdom Hearts, either 1 or 2, and then Sly Cooper, because I run through Sly Cooper as a speedrunner, because like there's a lot of weird things you could do with like the speed in that. If you jump and hit the cane at the same time, you like fly forward, and I just sort of naturally do that to begin with. I've thought about always speedrunning that, but I just don't know. Doing YouTube and having the time to do speedruns, I'm just not sure if I actually have the time to do that. Because I also stream too, and it's like I don't know how much time I need to set apart to do that. But I feel like I could actually like give people a run for their money if Sly 2 or something like that.
yeah.
I don't know. What games have you all? Have you just tried speedrunning those? Or like what have you tried
I'd
speedrunning?
have to get up my fucking. It's under my old username.
What is your current one? Your YouTube? What's that? How'd you come up with that name, Resident Unleashed?
Okay, so a lot of my friends say it's because of Sonic Unleashed because that is my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog game, as well as Sonic City, and I like to tell them that it's not, and it really isn't. So I was just like I was like cleaning up my games, and then Resident Evil 5 and Star Wars: The Force Unleashed was like next to each other, and I was just like Resident Unleashed. Cool.
It does sound kind of cool though. I gotta say, I see. I thought it was a Resident Evil and like Sonic, so I was half right. I think with that. Yeah, mine was. I had like the Rising Phoenix name, and I liked that, but I was like, that's kind of like too straightforward. And then I play like Kingdom Hearts, and there's the Oblivion Keyblade, and I always liked that name, so I just put them together. It's like Rising Oblivion. Good enough.
Oh no.
Slap them together. Speedrunning looks cool though. I've always liked that. Like the SGDQ people who they do like the events and stuff like that for speedrunners. That's always really fun. Spyro from the Skylander series, Demi Crow, bro. Come on. Spyro from Spyro, bro. I didn't realize it too. There's like a billion Spyro games. There's a billion Crash games after the first 3, which is funny. Considering that they don't talk about those at all in the remakes. They could technically do like multiple remakes for all of those games.
So the games I used to run, this was all in like 2019 during like the kind of off season of Pokemon. I ran Bakugan Defenders of the Core, where I still have the world record in that. I think I ran that like 5 times through, completely. On PlayStation 3, I have the record on PlayStation 3 on New Game Plus. And I guess I still have the record because nobody else has submitted one. But like, I shaved off my time by like 7 minutes the second time I ran it through.
It's still a world record, okay? Someone does have it.
I still have the world record for Project Altered Beast, and I know I could improve it, but like I forgot how the game flows, so I'd have to like start running it again. I used to stream every single day, and I used to just run these games every single day. I have second place for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, and I really shouldn't have because I don't know how to play the game. I was just button mashing. And yeah, I used to run Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. I used to have all the first places on console, but it appears that somebody has taken over me within the last 2 years. Which is fair. Like, all my times could have been improved because those were like my first runs of those things. And I ran Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I got second place on it because no one's done it, and yeah, it's a shit time. And then I did Persona 4 Arena Arcade Mode Normal, apparently.
Well, I mean, those are coming to PC, so I mean, you might have a shot at doing it again if you want.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like playing it on PC, because I know you can use like PS4 controllers, but like it's a lot more like of a setup than what's its face, the Xbox controller.
You rather use what controller? So wait, I don't even know. I forgot that came out on Xbox. It's so weird that it did. How's it going, Nox? By the way, but so I mean, you can just plug an Xbox controller into the PC and do it that way.
Yeah. The thing is, I have an Xbox One controller, and I actually don't like the way how the Xbox One controller feels in my hands.
I've never played the arena game. I never got around to it, and I never cared to do it. To be honest, I don't like 2D fighters really that much. I hate to say it. I liked, unless it's like super classic, like the Dragon Ball Budokai games. Those are kind of the only ones I liked that were somewhat 2D. It's like 2.5 dimension though. It's not even like completely 2D. I don't know. Like 3D fighting games always felt like were a bit more fun. Like that's why I like the Xenoverse games. That's actually how I got started on my channel. I made a Dragon Ball Xenoverse like tutorials and stuff. That got me like pretty far up there. And then I talked about like Borderlands, and like P4 Golden came out on Steam. That's how I got to like 1K last year.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a weird startup. I switched like genres 3 times. I switched games completely like 3 times. Then I landed in the Meg 10 community, and I don't know. Maybe I'm stuck here. I don't know. I have like I do like a lot of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy stuff.
I feel like I'm stuck here as well. Like, I want to deviate off of Shin Megami Tensei because there are a lot of things that I like more than Shin Megami Tensei. And the reason why I like became engrossed with the series in the first place was, unfortunately, I'm gonna get roasted because of Persona 5, okay?
Oh
I
my god,
like
you like video
Persona
games?
5.
Whoa, you like video game? How can
Yeah, I
you?
know. What the fuck?
Awful, awful. I liked P4. I can't blame you. I mean, I love P5 still though. I'd play that over I think any of the other ones if I had to. It's got
Well,
so much more quality of life changes. Like Persona 4
like,
Golden, the entire night cycle is, I hate to say it, like almost useless.
yeah. But like the thing is as well, um like, because I started my channel on the basis I was talking about Shin Megami Tensei things too. As soon as I start talking about Persona, no one watches it.
Really? I feel like if I talk about Persona, it like does twice as twice as well.
Yeah, cause like I've established my audience on like Shin Megami Tensei, and a lot of people who watch my channel are actually like those kind of SMT fans that hate Persona.
Oh shit! So you're locked in on SMT. I don't know. I could do. I have like four things like Final Fantasy, SMT, Persona, and Kingdom Hearts. I could talk about those, and it's kind of where I'm at. So I just try to market myself as a JRPG channel, but like I just so happen to make a ton of Meg 10 content.
Yeah,
You know?
like I want to talk about Digimon. Like Digimon Survive's coming out next year, Kappa. but
I haven't played any of those. People in my chat have talked about them. They said I'd like it, which I might. I don't know.
I've been like a fan of Digimon ever since I was like 2, so
I don't know.
um
I didn't get into it. I've seen it
my sister
on, but
my sister used to watch it on TV, and she's 4 years older than me, so I didn't really have a choice. So I was just like sitting
hmm.
there being mesmerized by these creatures on the TV. And honestly, if I had to tell you, this is my deepest darkest secret, but it's going to be public now. Every time I
Clip
watch a
it.
season of Digimon, every time they digivolve, I start crying.
My God.
So if there's like 8
Clip it.
digivolves in a bloody episode, you just like this tears just pouring down my face.
How
Going,
do you
why the?
have any left?
I'm just like, oh my god, they're digivolving.
Do you have like a giant like gallon of water next to you for more tears or something? You know, more
Yeah,
more
yeah. I
water
just
for
have
the
to
tears.
constantly
Like,
drink so I can just cry more because they're gonna digivolve in every single episode. And there's like 50 episodes a season.
all I know
There's
is that
like,
your nerd card is definitely not being revoked. You still have it without a doubt for that one.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
But
you
um,
got it for life. I don't know. Hell, maybe I will cry if I watch it. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't
yeah,
judge you.
dude, the Digimon digivolving is so emotional, even though it's like a flash on the screen. I mean, what like Digimon Adventure Try when like the people from Digimon Adventure came back, and like the digivolving was just not like a change of a JPEG, and it was like actually like animated so well, and I was just like crying even harder. I was like, oh my god,
JPEG change.
no! It was basically a JPEG change in the first season.
It's similar enough. Like how I got into anime was sort of similar in that regard. I had an older brother and an older cousin, and they just had like Dragon Ball and Pokemon and things like that on, and that's just what I watched as a kid. But what's funny is that like I stuck with it my whole life, and none of them did, and then they made fun of me for it later, and I'm like, you guys are the ones who traumatized me. Like, what do you mean? It's not my fault. You guys made me watch all that anime shit.
Well,
But I mean, look where it's got me now. I don't know. Is this anywhere? I don't know. Maybe not. But something. What are we talking about? Digimon. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I can't lie. Although from what I heard, isn't Digimon technically older than Pokemon, right?
yeah.
Supposedly like the manga and everything, I guess. Same
I
thing with
mean,
like Shin Megami
it's less of the
Tensei.
manga. It's just more of Tamagotchis being a thing. The concept of Digimon was purely based around Tamagotchis. Had nothing to do with like Pokemon or anything. But Westerners are just like, oh my god, Mon.
Yeah. Pikachu first. It's like not even Pikachu's like even like the first thing in Pokemon. And like
Pikachu
the manga and shit.
sucks.
Yeah, overrated.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
Clefairy or something like that in the manga or some shit. I can't remember. I don't know who's like the main one he gets. But it's like Pikachu's not even like the big one. I don't know. He's just a little rat, to be honest. The whole Digimon die when you hit adult thing pisses me off. What?
What? Wait,
Wait, what?
I don't know anything about that.
Your Digimon just flat out fucking die when
I
you
don't know
become an
anything
adult?
about that.
Uh-oh, guys, she's gonna cry again. Stop.
Dude, you're gonna make me cry. No, the Digimon dying.
I never got Digimon because I thought it was a ripoff when I was younger. Really? See, that's what I think a lot of people feel like when they watch Digimon, or like play Digimon. But it's like, no, it's like it was probably beforehand, but
Dude, when I was
the
a
games
kid,
just didn't get big.
I like both of them. I was just mesmerized by these creatures on the screen. Yeah. And then I became the biggest Sonic the Hedgehog fan in my late single digit years and like into my teen years. And I have played every single Sonic I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, real Digimon. I buy everything physically. So I am restricted to what I can and cannot purchase. I do not illegally download things, and I don't watch things on like Netflix, Crunchyroll things unless they're only available on that.
Why don't you like those services for?
Um, I don't like this is weird. I don't like the world being consumed by like the kind of like digital era. Um, I
Just
much
like physical
prefer
media?
yeah. And
Okay.
also like if I have my physical media, it's there forever. Um Digital media can be taken away from me um whenever. Like
Yeah, that's
Netflix
true.
takes off movies like every single month.
Yeah, I hate that. To be honest, I hate that. That happened to me at one point too. And don't judge me. I was watching the Twilight movies. I know on
Dude,
Netflix,
whatever.
and they got taken off, and I'm like, fuck me. I was like getting ready to watch the last one, and then like 2 3 months later, it's on Hulu. I'm like, shit. To be honest, I don't actually ask to do those things. My dad just gets them and does it in a family thing, and so I was just like, okay, I'll do that. But I like buying my games physically though too, so I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I spend more time on YouTube than anything, so I don't even like 80% of my entertainment is YouTube. Like after we're done here, I'm probably gonna go watch the YouTube. That's how I've been since I've been in middle school. I don't know why. It's just always YouTube. People will get on my chat like, "Did you watch the anime?" I'm like, "I watched YouTube for 9 hours yesterday. I know that." I don't know what. I don't know. I watched Evangelion a couple months ago, but I don't know. I have
I
an
kind of
anime podcast with a Midnight Channel. I think you might know
yeah.
him, and it's always like I don't. I haven't watched any anime forever. It sucks. But
Dude, I was watching anime in bed this morning. It's
what's
great.
good that's been out recently? I get for
Don't ask
Jujutsu
me
Kaisen.
recently.
Yeah, see, I watch old
I'm
shit too.
so far behind. Like I'm still watching a certain magical index. Like
The last thing I watched was Evangelion, which is like from the 90s. I love 90s aesthetic anime. It's so good. I don't know
um
why. Like, even the new Dragon Ball stuff looks like shit to me. I don't like it. I don't like the way Dragon Ball Super looks. The movies for Super look good because it's like 90s style, but yeah, I love Evangelion. Evangelion's so good. Protag is the same guy who does SMT5's Protag voice, Shinji or whatever.
yeah.
It's the same dude. Yeah.
I because I actually have Evangelion on tape on VHS. And I've already seen the English dub. And I was just like with Netflix's decisions of like what they removed out of the series, I was just like I appreciate like like the effort that these people put in, but I'm just like I'm not watching it. I've got the
Yeah.
original. I'm just gonna watch that one. I don't
I
know why they
eventually
redid it.
I eventually like bought Death Note on Blu-ray because I kept watching it a lot. Those like when I was getting into my like, I had like a second wind of anime. I don't know why. Like as a kid, I watched all the like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, and shit like that. Even like Sailor Moon came on sometimes, and then like I had a weird gap. I just didn't touch anything anime until like I like mid-teens. And I saw Death Note for the first time. I'm like, this is the best ever. But really, it's just me being a cringy teen. And they kept taking it off Netflix and shit. And I was just like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna buy it. So I just bought the whole thing.
Yeah. Fair.
On Blu-ray. I was gonna do that for Full Metal also. I cosplay Edward every once in a while at cons and stuff.
Oh my god, I remember my saga with Full Metal Alchemist. I was just like, everyone's watched this. It's so overrated. It's so overrated. And then I like my boyfriend just like, nah, it's really good. And then my friend's just like, it's really good. And then I bought it and I had it like just sitting there for 2 years. And I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna watch it. It's too long. It's too overrated. Then last year I watched it and I was just like, yep, it's good.
Did you cry at the end? Did you watch Brotherhood?
Yeah, I watched Brotherhood.
Did you cry at the end of Brotherhood?
No.
I did.
The only time I cry is when Ratchet and Clank credits come on the screen apparently and Digimon Digivolve.
Oh god.
Like you
have a weird connection with Digimon. That's all I've learned so far. I'm gonna come out of this podcast and be like, this chick likes Digimon.
Yeah, I like Digimon. And
maybe you should have a Digimon channel. Sounds like you'd know a thing or two. I don't know. I mean, you have to.
I do know a lot about Digimon, but I also don't know a lot about Digimon. Like, I've made a Digimon Iceberg video, and I kid you not, I spent 2 months making sure that all my research was correct, and people are disliking it. I'm just like, come on, guys, please. Please, I spent so long on that video, and you're just like, not shit.
Link in the description for her channel, by the way. Sub to her channel. It's also sub to mine.
Yeah,
I'm really close to 2,500 subs. I'm like 80 subs away.
If I could subscribe again, I would.
I'm gonna click unsubscribe and then subscribe again.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that right now.
Either of you seen Ronin Warriors?
I have no idea what that is.
No, I don't either. I don't know. Yeah, modern anime just kind of... Attack on Titan was the last modern-ish anime that I
that's liked. 1988 to 1995. That's before my birth. I was born on the edge of the century. I was born in 1999. So...
I'm 97.
Ooh.
Shit, you've done so much at such a young age. Fuck, I feel bad.
I mean, look, I'm also a bum making money off YouTube now.
I mean, same, but I don't know.
Yeah. My mom and brother got ticked at me because I grabbed Fishy Yugi from the library and didn't realize I'd only gotten half of it. I don't know what that is either.
Remember, that reminds me of going to the library to get CDs and shit. I used to do that. Weird enough.
I used to go to Blockbuster all the time and hope that they would sell their games.
Blockbuster.
And my copy of Digimon Rumble Arena 2 is from Blockbuster.
My copy of Sly Cooper 3 is from Blockbuster.
Dude, Blockbuster!
We had like local ones too, and they just didn't hit as hard as Blockbuster did. Like Blockbuster was just so much better. I don't know. I try to go to mom and pop places now, and they totally understand. It's like they understand almost too much about video games because they'll have like the original like from the 90s like Pokemon Yellow, and it'll be like $200 there. And I'm like, fuck, they know too much. But like, I don't know. I feel like places like Blockbuster and stuff like that, like corporate, I think they're just like limited to how much they don't infatuate their prices or anything. That's the thing I miss about Blockbuster, because like any mom and pop like store, it's always going to be more, because they at one point had to buy that themselves, so it kind of sucks. Ushigi Yugi is really good. I mean, I might have to look at it. I don't know.
I will look it up. Yeah, like I will literally tell you right now that one of the most expensive things, I don't know if it's the most expensive thing in my collection now because I haven't looked at like price changes or whatnot, is I have a boxed copy of Earthbound
Oh shit.
that I can't
That's
play because my SNES is a European SNES.
oh, well, you have Australian version of it?
Yeah. Why would I have
Interesting.
Australian SNES?
I have no idea. I don't know how it works, to be honest. Well, like, I don't
The
know. That's the whole
American
thing with Persona.
SNES. So the Super Nintendo in uh Europe region. I'm part of the Europe region by default.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
know
Like,
why.
do you get? Like, that's what I was saying. Like, do you get like a European like one, or do you get like an Australian one? That's what I was
Well,
meaning.
it's manufactured in China. But
Right.
like
Well, I mean, like everything is.
yeah, but like our systems are the same as the ones in Europe. Like they're branded the same as Europe, so our consoles are EUR. Just like South
Yeah.
Africa is of Europe as well. But like the power cables we get obviously are for Australia. Um,
Yeah.
whatnot. But our Super Nintendo, just like the Sega Mega Drive, is the same as the one in Japan. So the American one is kind of
Interesting.
like this box, and the games are like a box, but the ones in my region are rounded, so it literally doesn't fit. The console itself isn't region
Oh.
locked.
Why the
Um,
hell would they do that? That's
but
so.
it
I
doesn't
mean,
fit.
like consoles don't do that nowadays. That definitely was like an era of its time where they just
Well,
never ever expected you to ever even try
so
that.
the thing is that America kept on changing the Japanese designs of the system to make it more Western, so that people would buy it.
Which whatever that means, right?
Like
What the hell does that even mean?
they made the Nintendo Entertainment System like a VHS player, so people would be able to understand it more
Ew.
instead of the one that they had in Japan, which where you just put the cartridge in the console from the top.
I feel like if they did, I feel like they didn't need to change it. I don't know, but I wasn't born then, so I have no idea.
No, look, I don't know about Western culture. Like I know there was still a huge like disconnect between Japan and the West. So like
Yeah, I
it's
mean that was around Japan's economic boost. I think the '80s was like Japan's most successful time period. They were like the most successful I think country in the '80s. If I remember right.
well they also used to manufacture everything like they did in China now.
Yeah.
So
Well, like think about like what comes out of like the '80s, like from like it's fucking like Sony, Toshiba, like all of these big companies. Pokemon eventually comes out like '80s, '90s was like the huge, enormous boom. Final Fantasy, like everything comes out of Japan then, just crazy. I like Marco or Michael. He says, "I miss Blockbuster because if you cry hard enough, they let you keep the video games." I never tried that, but
what?
I mean,
Mate, in Australia we just get told to shut up.
yeah, about to say they definitely would not let me keep games. That never happens.
Mm,
Although, like weirdly enough, like Blockbuster let us rent a game enough to the point where we rented it so long that it just paid off the game and we kept it. Which I don't know if that's true. If you could actually do that, or if the guy was just like cutting us some slack or something. I have no idea. But it's Mean Jewel season. Dear my gods, I'm an ancient anime watcher. I don't know. There's some really old anime.
dude, I think the oldest anime I've seen completely through is the original Devilman. I am obsessed with Devilman. And that show is certainly an anime that exists.
I think Dragon Balls, like the original Dragon Ball, like not Z, was the oldest. It's like I think it's 89 technically. The original Dragon Ball. I think that's the
Yeah.
oldest I've seen. Something I was gonna ask you about the console thing. I can't remember now. But yeah, I don't know. That's so whack that they had to change it. That doesn't make much sense.
They didn't
I
have
completely
to, they just
forget.
decided to.
Oh,
And
what I
then
was gonna say was like I have an old Pokemon. I have Pokemon Yellow, like the original one, and it's still like it's kept in a clear case and it looks nice. It's like pristine. It doesn't have like it doesn't even have like dust on it. And I have the Game Boy Color like Pikachu like Pokemon edition, and it's from like when it came out too. Those are like the oldest, like probably most expensive games that I have, like in terms of like old relics. And I was want to know, like, do you have any like old Pokemon? Like you said, you had that one game still boxed. That's like the I don't know, most collectible thing that you probably have
in the box.
What are all these bots?
Yeah.
I don't know how I have so many bots on my
phone. I will say, on the topic of Devilman, I did not like Devilman Crybaby that much. And that was the first piece of Devilman media I saw. I went back and I read the manga, and I was just like, this is so much better than Crybaby.
I've never seen any of it, or read any of it. I don't know.
Devilman's like one of the like pioneering things in manga and I guess like anime history. There are so many things that have been influenced by Devilman. Two of the biggest things are Evangelion and Berserk. Berserk is basically a Devilman clone.
I've heard Berserk is good. I wanted to get into reading manga. I was like, what's like a good manga I could start? Everybody always says Berserk's like the best manga or whatever. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna start with the series. So I got like Junji Ito because I love horror.
Oh my god, I love
That's
Junji
a good place
Ito.
to start. Yeah, I got the Tomie collection, and I've been reading it, and I love it. It's great.
I made myself have nightmares for like 3 months, and now I was aware that I was just like, this is all fake.
It's all in your head.
Yeah, I was aware that I was dreaming in my dream, but like, yeah.
What's Junji Ito stuff you have?
I have every single one of his modern like the ones that they've translated. Every one. Okay. Every single one. And whenever there's a new one, I go buy it. And I'm just like, yes, bring it here. And then sometimes I don't read it.
Yeah, I haven't finished Tomie yet. I'm close to it. I'm like almost done. I don't know what to get next. Like Uzumaki's the one everybody's like, it's pretty good too. I'll probably get that next. But yeah, I like the Tomie stuff. Tomie is like, for the most part, like what a lot of shit's inspired by, like a Japanese horror, or I guess like just like long black hair for like a woman or whatever, like that creepy sort of Japanese genre. I don't know what the hell that is.
Have you heard of ghost stories?
What do you mean?
There's an anime called Ghost Stories. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
It is something that you can't watch the Japanese dub of at all. You have to watch the English dub. Because the thing with that show is that it did so poorly in Japan that when it came to the West, they're just like, you can do whatever you want with the show, except you can't change the plot or the characters' names. So the English dub changed the genre of the show to be a comedy.
Oh wait, was it supposed to be like a horror movie or something? Or horror?
It was supposed to be like a horror anime, and it still is, but like they changed it to a comedic one. And then one of my favorite lines in that show is, "Oh my god, it's that chick from The Ring again!"
That's fucking great. Like, well, that's so creative to actually try and do that.
Yeah, the Ghost Stories dub is
really
the best thing ever. I've watched it like 5 times. Like,
that sounds funny.
Like, there's like a line that goes along the lines of, pretend there's a big black man chasing you. Ah! Only 0.7 seconds faster. Well, at least he's not racist.
Gee, I kind of need to look that up now. I need to go watch that. That actually sounds great. That's a good idea, though.
And then there's like another funny line that's like, one of the guys is just like, 7, and he's just like holding up his fingers, and then his older sister's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Wait, you know, I just thought though, like, I wonder how many people like saw it subbed and were like, yeah, let's watch it dubbed. Like, I haven't heard it in English yet, and then they watch it in English, and they're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this dub is whack. Like, there has to be somebody out there who did that. Or maybe someone from Japan who comes to America is like, I should learn English or whatever. Let's watch this in English. And he's just like, wow, Americans are, like, really fucked up. Or something, yeah? They really don't care about, like, horror or death or anything.
Nah, it's... And then, one of my other favorite lines from that show, like, this is, like, the cream of the crop, is, like, oh, this sign's in Japanese. Ling Lao Don Ni Dao. Oh, wait, that's Chinese. Well, at least I can read barricade.
I don't get it.
He said it in Chinese. He started reading Japanese and Chinese.
Jeez. How long is that, though? How long is the series?
I think it's like 24 episodes.
That's pretty good. The fact that people even record it as official dub is even funnier. That is like, funny. The fact they got by...
There are, like, English voice dub actors that have been in, like, so many things. And they kind of just, like, went ham in that. And it's, like, definitely, like, reminiscence of the early 2000s in terms of humor. Like,
how do you not, though? They're like, we have this anime, and just kind of make fun of it. It's like, like, for sure they're having fun in the studio recording that.
It's classic. I make literally everybody watch it. When they come over to my house, they're just like, hey, resident, you want to do something? And I'm just like, bam, Ghost Stories. And I own it on DVD. I had to import it from the US because it never came out in Australia. There's no way to view it in this country. Yeah. Legally.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say legally.
Yeah.
Oh shit, how the hell am I gonna get a hold of it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to do it illegally, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's on Crunchyroll in the US.
I hate Crunchyroll, to be honest. Crunchyroll, I don't know. Crunchyroll as a service kind of,
apparently
sucks.
They're screwing over, like, the, Japanese, like, companies that they were buying the rights to stream for. I don't know. It's drama.
Yeah, and Sony bought them. Because Sony owned Funimation?
Yeah.
And Sony bought Crunchyroll or something like that, but they're not, like, doing the obvious thing, which is, like, make a service that has both things in it. But no, Sony's like, nah, we're gonna milk both companies and make them almost fight each other or whatever.
But, like, it's just, like, the Chinese company that owns, like, every single, game company, right? They're not gonna just, like, merge them all into one thing.
Yeah, so they're, like, making artificial, like artificial competition with their own companies to make people have to, like, pick and choose more, which is, I guess, good in some ways, but also bad. Because then, like, they're always fighting over anime and shit, and it sucks. Like, I think, like, for some reason, if you go get Crunchyroll, I think you have Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z on there or something like that, but GT's not on there. And, like, the Japanese dubs are also not on there, because the Japanese dubs, I think, are, like, split with, like, Hulu and Netflix or something. It's, to watch Dragon Ball all the way through is, like, impossible without getting, like, almost 2 or 3 different services. It's so split up, it sucks.
DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, I own the orange box set, so, like, that's how I watch it, but yeah, it's all broken up. I think as a kid, that's what happens. Like, I got Netflix, so I was like, I'm ready to watch all this. And like, oh, it's only Japanese, and it's only Z. That's like, what? That's so weird. So I think I just bought them all at one point.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've watched Crunchyroll, watching things if I can. Netflix got better with anime over the years. Like, they've kept Evangelion, which is one of the hardest things, I guess, to do. Because if I remember, like, Evangelion has, like, a lot of really bad licensing over the years. Like, with them trying to get a hold of it. Because I guess that guy who owns... Huh?
I'm not sure about, like, the Evangelion, like, kind
of the guy won't... I think the dude won't license the show out to anything. I think that's what it was. And somehow Netflix convinced him.
I'm pretty sure it'd be something to do with Gainax, which is the company that owns it.
Yeah, it might be it. It might be that.
Dude, like, I was so angry, right? Because my favorite anime movie, okay, like, there's two tied. One of them's The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and the other one is Paprika. And Paprika is owned by like Sony in the West, like not like Funimation or anything. It's just like distributed by Sony. And this
Weird.
meant that in Australia, this movie was not available physically. And that made me so angry. So I couldn't legally watch it really anywhere in Australia at all, actually, except one place. And that's the only thing I've bought on YouTube is Paprika. And then, like, last month, I was just, like, looking at the anime in JB Hi-Fi, which is, like, a huge, like, entertainment store in Australia. And there it was staring me in the face, and I would just, like, I freaked out, and then my mom's like walked over. It's like I'm dying. She's just like, "Resident, are you okay?" And I was just like, "Paprika."
Paprika. Like, oh, you found some seasoning? He's like, no.
If
I
you
think
haven't seen that movie, it is absolutely great. And Inception is a big ripoff of that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds dope. I mean, I like sci-fi. Like, sci-fi is one of my favorite things. I think that's why I like Evangelion so much. Yeah, definitely send me all this stuff you're talking about. The ghost stories thing and that. Like, send that to me or
Ghost
something. I need
stories?
to know.
Ghost stories.
What was I gonna say? Like, there's only one movie I ever bought on YouTube, and it was Coraline because I couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, it was only on YouTube, and I bought it. So I like claymation. I think claymation's great. This looks familiar. Hold on. I've probably seen snippets of this.
I can't just look up Paprika because it will come up with the spice.
Spice, yeah. Hey, thank you for the $2 donation, Jimmy Crow. I have Shrek 20th Anniversary Steelbook. I seen that you had that, which is absolutely nuts, but
welcome,
hilarious.
People who have just joined the chat, and I will also say thanks to Demi Crow because Rising Sun, pretty cool dude. If you ask me, deserves the $2.
Absolutely.
Totally won't spend it on illegally watching ghost stories.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'll put that towards actually buying it. How about that? How's it going, Fox? How's it going, Kira? Welcome, man. Welcome. Yeah, I seen that you had the 20th anniversary steelbook Shrek. That's kind of whack. You know what? To be honest, I hate Shrek. I've never liked it. I've never liked the movies ever. I hate to say it.
Look, that's fair. I like Shrek. I think it got worse as it progressed on, but like the first movie, nostalgia.
First one's the only one that's decent, I think.
How's everyone? Crippling depression.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Crippling depression. Who's that guy who says that? Is it iDubbbz? I've got crippling depression.
Oh, yeah, it is iDubbbz, yeah. So wait, do you know Max Mofa?
I hardly know any YouTubers besides the Mega 10 ones.
Well, no, that's the guy he's friends with him.
Oh, and League of Legends YouTubers. I know like every single League of Legends YouTuber.
It's like Lily Pichu?
Okay, not every single one, I guess. Like all the big ones, like I guess Tyler One's a streamer. He's also on YouTube, like Panzer Dragon, Ross Boomsocks. He's pretty big. Box. I think he's a Riven player. I don't know. Like, I'm drinking a.
Kira's fucking off his rocker.
Depression do be hitting me pretty hard, but not as hard. Yeah, I feel that today. I'm having a good time talking about random crap, crying over Digimon. Thought you were gonna talk about ShinMegamiTenseiV. Oh, I'm not interested.
Nah,
in that.
Dude. No.
Let's
kind of. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like, what do we talk about? Persona 4 Golden's not being ported. It's like, what do we say? I don't know, man. That's what everybody's been talking about right now, and I so badly don't want to talk about it because I just don't care.
Well, my reaction to people finding out that Persona 4 Arena Ultimax was the thing that was being ported is, as a game developer, I'm just like, if you're expecting more than that, you've got something you're missing information because
that's what I'm thinking.
Porting to the Switch is probably one of the hardest things to do, and all these game companies they ported Doom to the Switch, Skyrim. This took them like a year to do. So if if you think that like they can just port Persona 4 Gold into PC and then they can just do it to Switch, like it's gonna take them like
Not to mention, they pay like third parties to do it. It's not like Atlas is doing it
and
themselves.
and
So like,
the other thing is that what people fail to recognize is Nocturne actually lost Atlas money, the HD remaster. It
really,
did
I
not
love that.
it didn't
That
perform
sucks.
well. They tried to put so much advertising in it. Where it failed was its Western release.
I could see that because I don't. I think I only seen like Meg 10 YouTubers talking about it. I don't think like many people in my chat or like many people that I knew, like just sort of casually played Meg 10, like got it. So I kind of
No.
could see that. Yeah.
So like Nocturne failed like hard. The HD remaster failed pretty hard in the West. So um that's one thing. Like, and one of the biggest thing about Ultimax being ported is Atlas did not make that game.
Yeah,
Arc
that's the
System
funny
Works
thing.
did,
Yeah, the
right?
the Dragon Ball Fighters people. Yeah.
So Arc System Works made that game, and Arc System Works has the knowledge and constantly does this. They
That
port
is
all their games
true.
themselves, and this is the other reason why Persona 5 Strikers came out on PC and Switch. It's not because Atlas did it; it's because Koei Tecmo did it.
Yeah. Talk about your favorite games, bro. Thank you for the $2, Kira. Thank you, man. Nocturne didn't fail, sold
Nocturne
over
didn't fail.
500K.
It failed in terms of like what they expected it to and what they planned for it to do. So they
Well, we were also just talking about the West too. It might have sold
yeah,
500K in general, but maybe not.
like
Maybe not much. That's the West though.
it did fine in Japan. Like in that territory, but in the West, I know in Australia definitely nobody bought it. In fact, here people behind the counter literally did not know that that game was coming out the day of
It's
release.
fucked.
They had no idea what it was.
I like Nocturne a lot though. That sucks, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable though, and it also, to be honest, it is a PS2 game. It's not like it's a brand new game. Like, to be honest, you know. That's like why a lot of people are upset, I think, about the Persona 4 Golden thing not coming out to Arena, but it's also like, it is an old as fuck game. Like, let's be honest. I'd rather have something new than like that, to be completely fair. I need an action RPG Meg 10 game. You mean Strikers?
I see. Don't you mean the best game in the series, Devil Summoner Rider Kusunoha versus the Solus Army, and its sequel that I can't play because it never came out in Europe?
Jeez.
I love Devil Summoner Rider Kusunoha. It is like the shit. And I will religiously play that game. I would stream that. I would speedrun that game. Fucking hell. But like,
I've never played it. I need to play it though. There's a bunch of Meg 10 games I just bought. I never played 4 Apocalypse or the what's the other one? Redux. I never played any of those. I just bought them all ago. Thank you for the donation though, I appreciate that, man. So I believe 120K in Japan. So the rest of the world it was 300,000. I mean that makes sense. Still like half of the sales of Nocturne are almost Japan alone. That's kind of whack. I don't know. There's a lot of PS2 era Meg 10 games that I need to try and get a hold of. I do the like PS3 has the backwards compatible shit or whatever. You can buy it on the store. That's pretty much the only way I get a lot of the PS2 games. Like I have a PS2, but like there's no way I'm getting them physically. So if it's not able to be downloaded, then I have to somehow find out how to emulate it or something. There's like no other way I can figure out how to do it.
The Nocturne thing. This isn't sold copies. This is shipped copies. So Nocturne has shipped over 500,000 units, not sold.
How's SMT4 going for you, Rising? Very good. I actually enjoy SMT4 quite a bit. I like it so far. I don't know if I'd say it's better than 3 or 5. I really don't know, but I'm still playing it. But I believe SM25 is selling well. I think SM25 is selling well. Just the fact that it was on the digital store on Nintendo Switch for like, it was #1 for a couple days, and it stayed top 10 for like, I believe, a month or so. So I assume it's doing well. I could check it here soon actually and see if it's still there. But I still believe it's still up there. I think it's still on the front page for like best-selling games currently. So I think SM25 is doing fine. I saw the Meg 10 3DS games go really cheap recently. I was considering buying, but don't want to look for 3DS on eBay. Well, there's also the 2DS as well. You don't have to have a 3DS to play them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I use a 3DS, but that's because I just had one. And yeah, they are cheap. Like, you can get SMT4 for like $7. You can get Apocalypse for like $7. They're really cheap. Like, go for it. And now's your time. Who knows how often they put these on sale. I don't think they do it a lot. I never played them, so I knew I had to go for them.
This is interesting, actually. Nocturne is the highest selling physical Shin Megami Tensei game, and it even did better than SMT5. And this was not like the HD remaster. This is like Nocturne coming out like 2002.
Oh, well, it came out multiple times, didn't it? Because it's the one that has Dante in it. And
they've separated the Maniacs version from the original.
Oh shit! I believe it though. To be honest, that put them on the map. I think in a lot of ways.
I'm not
I could
sure,
see that being big at the time.
Because like Atlas, apparently they've struggled a lot throughout their times as developers, and like they've gone bankrupt twice.
Yeah, P5 saved them. I don't think they'd be here without P5. Honestly, I think they'd be gone.
It wasn't P5 that saved them. It was Sega buying them that saved them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure P5 helped though.
Oh yeah, no.
That's their most sold game.
P5 earned them a lot of bloody money.
Yeah. Well, I meant like, I don't know. I think SMT3 might have got Japan's attention. I know P5, without a doubt, we know P5 got the rest of the world's attention. I think there's some people there. There's some communities that liked, I think, Golden, P4 a good bit. I think I was on that train a little bit. So I liked the game's music. That's what got me. I'm a big musician. I love music and everything, but that kind of got me going. But I think P5, without a doubt. I mean, just think of all the YouTubers that came up during P5.
Yeah.
I mean, I think me and you both kind of are in that a little bit, even though I liked P4 beforehand. But, yeah.
Another interesting thing is that Shin Megami Tensei 4 is actually the best-selling mainline game.
I could see that. It's been out. It's probably most. I mean, it's other than SMT5 now. It was the most recent SMT game. That and like fucking everybody and their mom had a DS. I could see that.
SMT4 is something I actually really want to play, but it never came out physically in Europe, so I've never gotten it.
Yeah, I had to go digital. I just now started playing it, but I got it digitally. There's no other way. So you think with the Persona Q games, they're already there's no way I can touch them.
I didn't like Persona Q2. It felt like a huge grind fest.
I haven't played them. I haven't played either of them.
Okay, so PQ was pretty easy to play because you just had Naoto on your team, and she just kind of insta-killed everything. And then they didn't like that, so they completely removed it out of Persona Q2, and I'm just like, how am I going to play this game now? Like, the story in it's fine, and, like, of course I like all the characters, but, like,
That's funny, because Naoto's kind of like that in Persona 4 Golden.
I actually removed all of her insta-kill skills in Persona 4 Golden, and I just used all of her, almighty skills.
I used a lot of her almighty stuff, too. I to be honest, out of all of the Meg 10 games, I never use insta-kill skills at all. None of them ever work for me. I just never use them. I always go for almighty and, like, light and dark. I don't know why.
I like how they did it in 4 and 5, where it's just like, yeah, this is like a light-based attack, and if it hits its weakness, it has a chance to insta-kill, rather than just being an insta-kill attack.
I like that too. I think it's a lot better. Cause like, I don't know. It seems like a waste of time. I also felt like in Persona 4 Golden, I don't know why, but any melee attacks, I feel like I always missed. I don't know why. I'd have weapons that were like 98 accuracy, and I'd still miss like all the time. Like, how does this happen?
I feel like Yosuke always missed.
Yosuke and Rize. Or not Rize, she's a fucking nav. Yukiko always missed for me. I don't know why. Yeah.
Honestly, the Q games just seem like fan service.
I mean, they do include the characters for a lot of the stuff, but just because they include a lot of characters doesn't mean they didn't try.
I know that the concept behind it was literally the Etrian Odyssey developers being like, we really want to do this, can we? And then P Studio being like, yeah, we can.
I don't know, maybe it was they use Catchy's insta kills, some of the shadows ones that are weak and size power.
Dude, I'm on the bandwagon where I hate that guy, and I was just like, get out of my party now, leave. I can understand why some people like him, but I'm just like, he killed people. Yeah. Go away. He literally killed people. I don't care if he's an anime teenager.
Well, that's why people like him. He's the edgy one.
Low-key!
Yeah. He's cringe, to be honest.
Look, we're all cringe, honestly.
He's a whole other level, though. Look, nobody's as bad as fucking Ichiro Dazai from SMT5. That kid is, like, ultimate cringe. I don't know what that kid's on about. I guess you don't know what I'm talking about, because you haven't gotten that far yet.
I mean, all I know is that he's just like, oh, I want to be better, oh, I'm gonna fuse with Abdiel, oh, woo.
Have you seen Spider-Man 3, like the Tobey Maguire one?
A long time ago, yeah.
You know the part where he gets like the black venom on him and he acts like he's all cool and shit and he slicks back his hair and stuff?
Yeah.
That kind of happens to him. Ichiro does it. That kind of happens to him. And
look, I already know how the game ends.
Shit.
Like, I logged into Twitter one day and unfortunately everything like was fucking spoiled for me, so I was just like, goodbye Twitter, I hate you.
Yeah, I was supposed to have the new Spider-Man spoiled for me, but I got spoiled. I haven't watched any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies.
I've seen one of them. I haven't really seen a lot of the Marvel films, actually.
Well, after I watched, like, the Endgame, which was a couple years ago, I haven't watched a single superhero movie after that. It's been, like, 2 years. I just watched too many. I was like, this is too much. I like long movies and shit, but, like, ugh.
No, I've got way too many games to play, so I'm just always like, yeah, I gotta play these video games.
Right? I have Fallout 4 and The Witcher. I bought both of them, pre-ordered them, and never played them.
Well,
and Cyberpunk, but I mean, I had other reasons
okay,
why I didn't touch it.
You kind of saved yourself there.
Yeah.
But like when I got my PS5, something that was very interesting about the PS5 is the PS4 actually tracks how long you've played your games. It just doesn't show you.
That's nice.
And on the PS5, it shows you. And I was just like, oh no, I've spent 200 hours playing Fallout 4.
Oh god. I mean, that kind of game makes sense, though.
Apparently, I've spent 97 hours playing Near the World Ends With You, and that makes no sense to me because I felt like that story was particularly short. I played it for 97 hours.
Somehow. I don't know.
I think I've actually just left it on.
That too, yeah, that's also a good point. I don't know, fucking, I'm gonna say it. I tried playing Neo the World Ends With You. I downloaded the demo or whatever, and it looked like shit to me. I can't lie. I didn't like the art design at all.
Look, that's fair. I absolutely love the game, and I was just like, to my partner, I was just like, wait till I tell the internet that I think Near the World Ends With You is better than ShinMegamiTenseiV.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shitstorm. Hold on.
Yeah, no. And wait till I tell them the best game that I played in 2021 was a game series that actually came out in, like, 2012.
Yeah,
I played the Mass Effect trilogy, because that came out this year. And that was
oh,
the
the
most
legendary
fun
thing, right?
Yeah, that was the most fun I had playing video games this year.
Is that pretty good? Because, like, I'm a huge fucking space nerd, and I love sci-fi, and I've always heard of those games, but I just never tried them out. I never gave them a shot.
I love Mass Effect. I absolutely love Mass Effect. I love it so much. And, like, I'm literally wearing my Mass Effect shirt right now.
I have my Mass Effect shirt on. I have my Mass Effect cosplay on right now.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing it as I talk to you.
I'm Commander Shepard. Like...
Legally changed my name.
So, I love BioWare's two main RPG series, Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Those two game series, I am absolutely obsessed with them, and I don't talk about it to anybody. I just, like, quietly, like, fangirl over them so hard, and I'm just like, oh my god, these are, like, the best games ever, and none of my friends have played them, and it's, like, so good. Everybody should play it, but, like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to silently play everything myself. Like, I could literally play all those games multiple times.
I'll talk to myself in the corner about the game.
Yeah, I'll be, like, rocking in the corner being like, Garrus Vakarian's the best character, oh my god, I love the Krogan. Holy shit, this story is so well thought out.
Oh. You should
Oh,
stream it on Twitch. I bet people, like, would watch it if you streamed it on Twitch.
It's too late. I've already played the entire trilogy again. Gotta wait a few years.
Should I buy that trilogy then?
Yes, like, I would 100% say yes. Like, it is the, like, epitome of, like, the Western world. It's, like, the epitome of the Western world in video games.
Interesting. I didn't even know Dragon Age was from them. Yeah, Lily's in the chat saying that Jama is better in my opinion. See, I don't know. Like, I heard a lot of people, like, be kind of negative about it, but I don't.
Andromeda
really
was developed by, like, a new development team under BioWare. It wasn't developed by the same people. And yes, I love Rex. See, now people are talking about Mass Effect.
That's like a lot of the mainstays in my chat. They've talked to me about it. I was like, I've been like super close to buying that collection. I just never played the games before. I was like, should I do it? Like, I don't know. I also bought the Danganronpa collection, so like I already have a fuck ton of games to start playing.
Are you talking to me about one of my other favorite video game series, Danganronpa, that I will go absolutely ballistic for?
See, I never played that either, but I was like, you know Gabmu, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Gabmu was such a sweet. She was like one of the first people to talk to me. Anyway.
I think I remember her telling me about that. Like, she talked to you, but yeah. I think I remember her telling me about that.
Yeah.
She, like, made some posts about the game, and then I saw King Murakami. I think you know him, too. He made a post about the game, too.
I know he's always horny on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, that's his main, that's his main flex, or what his main game, or whatever. Me and him were playing. Playing.
Pain. Stop talking about the aspect characters. Pain. Oh, they're so good.
the Mass Effect podcast for the last half an hour.
Just not fucking, what's her name? Is it Ashley? Fuck Ashley.
But we were playing Clone Hero. We were streaming on Twitch. Me and King were, and I was like, he was like, yeah, it's pretty good or whatever. And I was like, okay, and I just bought it that night or whatever, and I admitted it.
Did you buy it on like PC or Switch or like?
I bought the Switch. The Cadence.
Like, I think the Switch games are just ports of the mobile games. They look like it, and I'm just like,
oh really? Shit.
Yeah.
Well, the last one can't be, because that's the brand new game.
Well, the last one is new, and I actually had to buy the Danganronpa Decadence from England, because it never came out in Australia.
You wanna know what's fucked up, though? If you want to get those Danganronpa games, like, on Switch, you have to buy them separately. You can't get the... Is it Decadence or Decay? I don't know. But in order to get the collection of all of them together, you have to get it physically. There's no other option. If not, you have to buy them separately, which I think ends up being more. But I got lucky enough. I went to a GameStop, and I don't really buy a ton from GameStop, and I seen that it was on the shelf. I'm like, I bet they don't actually have it, but I'm gonna get, like, bring it to the desk and like be like, why the fuck's it on the shelf if you don't have it? And it totally happened. I brought it up there, and he's like, oh, we don't actually have this. I'm like, why is it on your shelf then, huh? And then he's like, I could ship one to you though. I'm like, you have any left? So I'm pretty sure this game's sold out or whatever. And he's like, yeah, we have like 9 left. I'm like, you have 9 left here in the store? And he's like, no, we have, like, GameStop in general has 9 left. I was like, oh shit. I was like, get me one.
And that reminds me when I went to go get Neo The World Ends With You, and I went to just a random store near an IKEA because my sister wanted to go to IKEA. And we were asking the guy, and he's just like, oh yeah, we have 1 copy left on PS4 in Australia. And I was like, huh? And this was literally the day after the game launched.
The chosen one is here for the game. I am the one.
And then they're like, we can have it shipped to you. And I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want it.
Yeah, you can.
And I actually
here's my address.
I have not seen that game on the shelf at all. I have never seen it on the shelf.
That's crazy.
So those kind of games in Australia get 1 shipment, and if you don't get that 1 shipment, you're just fucked.
I guess I'm kind of lucky. Like, America really doesn't get shortages of that stuff. I don't know how much people were like looking for the steelbook of what Yakuza Like a Dragon. So many people were wanting the steelbook, and I'm like, guys, I go to my like GameStop, then my Target, then like Walmart, and I see the steelbook there. Like, it's all over the fucking place. But like, nobody can get a hold of it.
Yakuza's not that popular in Australia. So when it comes out, there's like on the day of release, there's all the steelbooks all over the wall.
Really, they're still there? Then maybe like America and Australia is similar in that regard. Because like, I don't know, people like tell me they can't find it, but I find it all over still. I think they still have it there.
Do people want me to like buy things from Australia and just send it to them? Like, hey, here you go.
That might not be a bad little grind. I don't know.
Like, the other game that I haven't seen on the shelf at all is ShinMegamiTenseiV.
I see that all over still.
It probably had 1 small shipment, and all the like SMT fans are just like, yep, I've got it, and then it's just pissed off forever.
Like, I think fucking like Shin Megami Tensei 5 was at my GameStop for like $27 or something. I'm like, what? I was like, they even making profit off of this damn game? But I'm sure they made plenty already. And I don't know, I was like maybe I should do a giveaway, but I was like doing Christmas shopping, so I just completely forgot it was there. It was crazy. Some of the sales though for SMT5, considering how new it was. And I remember I was on a podcast with a bunch of people, and they were like, it won't go on sale. No way, it's too new. And then literally it goes on sale.
It wouldn't go on. It's not on sale in Australia. It's $80 here.
Oh really? Oh yeah, yeah. The money's different. Yeah.
Yeah. But Nocturne's on sale. You can buy Nocturne for $40 new, or
I think the eShop. Does the eShop still have it on sale? I'm not sure. It might not.
That sale might also not be here. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're
the 3DS.
About money.
Talking about money. Money doesn't. To be fair, like they probably do target the exact places for the sales, like for that kind of stuff. Because I think the 3DS for the Meg 10 games right now, a bunch of them are on sale, and I think they only did it for America for some reason.
Well, like, whenever Atlas West posts something, I never pay attention to it because it doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, it's true. I think when
they should be called Atlas North America because they don't even publish the games for me. And there are a lot of games that have just never come out for me because they either have found a publisher and Australia's just been one of those write-off countries, or they just haven't found a publisher in the West, in Europe.
Do you need me to import you shit? I could do it. I have no problem.
like the problem with that is a lot of the 3DS games, those are the ones that fall under that, and the 3DS is fucking region locked.
Oh, I just meant in general, like for other games. But yeah, 3DS stuff I think is regional
You
locked,
you
yeah.
should have seen me when I found out that Danganronpa Decadence wasn't coming out in Australia.
Why isn't it? That's so
I
weird.
don't know.
I mean, is the Switch region locked?
No, it's not.
I didn't think it was. Yeah,
But
because
even still, like I'm part of Europe, so I can just buy it from England, and
that is
it's
true.
but
Yeah.
and that's what I ended up doing. But like, why didn't it come out in Australia? Like,
I don't
what?
think. Well, that game's super limited. Like I was saying, I like literally the day or two after it was like able for pre-order. I went to that GameStop. Like GameStop had 9 left, and all of the states had 9 after like 2 days. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. Maybe they're just like that short on it. They're like even America doesn't have a lot. So like if America's not having hardly any at all, then maybe they're just like nowhere else
But
is gonna have it. Even I don't know.
no, you can't have it. You're like you're just gonna sit here and you're just gonna cry in the corner.
Yeah, I guess so. Although that collection is good. 4 games, not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
like
$60 here, I guess. But
how much did I end up paying for it? I think I paid like $90.
oh, I mean, imagine to ship it from England, it probably took. Yeah,
And I literally only wanted it from Danganronpa S.
that's what I'm excited about too. But like, I need to play the other ones still. I don't know anything about the games at all, really.
You should know one thing. It's about killing.
Yeah, I know that. Somebody said
Yeah.
it's like a murder story sort of thing. I was like, that sounds good enough for me. I was like, I like horror enough, so
Yeah.
I'll probably like it. Then the characters look cool. I like the art style of that game. It looks.
Oh,
Nice.
I absolutely love the art style of the game. Some people have told me that they really don't like it, and I'm just like, yeah, fair enough.
I feel like
Each
that's
to their own.
I feel like
Just,
that's a Persona fanboy telling you that. Am I
the,
wrong?
nah, it's a Kazuma Kaneko fanboy telling me that. Um, you know who
Oh,
he is, right?
I don't know.
He's the guy. He's the old lead artist of the SMT series.
I
So
don't
before
know.
Masayuki Doi, who took over for 4 and 5, he did like all the art for like Nocturne 1, 2.
He told you specifically he didn't like it,
Not the
or you just said it
no,
out loud?
like a fanboy of his artwork, Kazuma Kaneko.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The art style was okay.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I remember I used to have a Discord and then it kind of like oofed out, and I said in that Discord um that I don't like Kazuma Kaneko's art style.
that's why they all left.
No, I deleted that Discord in the end. But
Really?
yeah.
Hmm. Join
There
my
was
Discord.
there was confrontation between me and somebody who, they had like personal issues. I have personal issues. I have a lot of mental health issues, and it kind of just clashed. And I was just like, I can't really deal with this at the moment. So,
I mean, I feel you on that. I woke up at 6 p.m., so you know.
um,
Believe me,
yeah,
I take meds and shit. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
like I was just like, I don't really like how he makes every single character look like they're wearing black lipstick.
Yeah, right. When I I did a whole playthrough of SMT3, and I'm like, why the fuck is everybody's upper lip black? What's happening? I don't get it.
Yeah,
It's a weird
like
art style choice.
he had an older art style that I liked, and then he changed it to that, and I was like, I don't like this.
I don't like the body proportions either. And there's nothing. It's nothing against people being skinny. You can have skinny characters, but when every single character looks like they're anorexic, I just don't feel like I'm that immersed in the game because like not everybody looks like that. Like you need
I
to have
mean,
diversity.
just just
Diversity.
just remember that a lot of people in Japan look
They
like
are
that.
they are skinnier. Yeah, you're right. But like not. I don't know.
No. A lot of people in Japan are fairly skinny.
I know that, but like I don't know. It's like almost too skinny. They're not all of that.
No. I would say they look like me, and I'm like almost underweight.
Yeah. I don't know. I watch a lot of like Japanese YouTubers too. I don't know, maybe, but still, I don't know. I like how SMT5 looks in terms of like body proportions and stuff.
Oh yeah, like they made sure
I
that like people look different. Like I guess it was also
yeah.
harder in the old PS2 days, and that was like the start of the PS2 as well.
Yeah, that is true. That might be why they're like. It's probably easier also to make a character who's not as complicated, probably smaller and everything. It's probably a little easier just to do it that
And they
way.
probably just like recycled models as well. Like
Yeah. Somebody was upset that like apparently Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 was what they made Cloud for the remake off of, and somebody was like, you don't know how hard it is to completely rebuild a model from the ground up. So it's like, yeah, they used Noctis's thing as like a base and changed it, but it looks nothing like Noctis though. People are super upset about that. It's like, well, you know, it's easier just to start from somewhere than completely start from scratch. Yeah, I don't know. It's the body proportion thing. That's what I don't like about it. I wish that because even the demons, they're not all just Japanese people, and a lot of them are like super super small and skinny. It's I don't know. It's kind of weird times. I think SMT5 does good on the art.
yeah,
That's one point for SMT5 at least.
point
Art
one
style's great.
5. What games came out this year? What would I say would be my overall game of the year 2021?
I said Nocturne was, but like I don't
Oh,
know.
what am
We
I
were.
talking about? Ratchet and Clank. Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, for you, yeah. We did this Kuro's podcast. We talked about our game of the year, and I was like having such a hard time figuring out. I was like, I played so many old games this year. I played a ton of old games. I didn't play anything new, and we were like, how do you choose your best game of the year when the entire year was like a 7 out of 10? It was like there was hardly anything. It was like I guess Nocturne, even though I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I was like, I guess that. I don't know.
I wasn't including re-releases. I really don't like them including re-releases when I say my game of the year, because obviously then I would be like, oh my god, Mass Effect
Yeah, see, that's what I was like talking about that too. I'm like, I guess if not that, then SMT5. I was like, even that's not a 10 out of 10 for me. So I was like, I don't know. Well, yeah, I made a video about this. That was my last video uploaded. I was taking a break from uploading videos for like the holidays, but that was
Yeah.
the last thing I talked about. I was like, I guess SMT5, even though I think it's like an 8 out of 10. Like
What am I
at
talking
best.
about? Actually, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? Oh my god. Best game ever. I haven't even played it, and it's like the best game ever.
I've watched some people play a bit of it, and it looks really good. I see. I wish more games were like that. It reminds me of the old Amnesia games, that play style, and I love horror games that are like that. It's atmospheric, is like scary, and it doesn't have to do jump scares to scare you. That's perfect. I got the Help Wanted game on Switch, and going into next year, I'm gonna stream the FNAF games and then Danganronpa, which is so like wildly different, which I guess is good for content. But I'm gonna stream both those games.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do next year, in terms of content, because I feel like I want to dip out of Shin Megami Tensei, but also Shin Megami Tensei is how I make money.
Yeah, you could try streaming. Honestly, like I do Twitch and YouTube both, and get paid or whatever. I don't know.
I
At
like
least on
Foxy.
Twitch,
I like
Foxy.
Foxy. Foxy was my favorite character when I played Five Nights at Freddy's back in 2014 when it came out.
OG. I remember playing the first one quite a bit, even though it felt super clanky. The weirdest thing is that whole game, other than like the animatronics almost, it's all like just JPEG images. It totally doesn't look like it. He does such a good job at making it not look that way. Because if you look at Scott Cawthon's video games, he never did anything in 3D until FNAF. All of them were 2D scrollers. So it was sort of weird.
Oh god, yeah. I'm also
I
like
think made it
scrolling
scary.
through my YouTube channel and looking at like how I used to upload a video literally every single day.
Yeah, I don't. I used to do that too. I would be like, "Ooh, new Persona news upload, new Persona news upload." Back when like that actually happened for a little while, and then P5 kind of died down, and ShinMegamiTenseiV rose up, and now they're both dying down. So who knows what happens now?
Yeah.
The 25th anniversary was a bust. People are, if anything, are angry about it. So if I don't make a hate video on it, then no views.
Yeah, if you,
so
if I made a video about the 25th anniversary, I'd be like, yeah, Atlas is a Japanese company prioritizing their Japanese fans, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
I as someone especially from Europe, I'm just like, if I get something, anything, I'm happy. I'm
That's
not
what
complaining.
I was saying. I made a tweet, and like during all this shit happening, and people were mad. I'm like, at least we got something, guys. The first announcement, we didn't get shit. So when you guys get something, all of a sudden we complain about it. It's like ironic. We actually got something, but it's not good enough. I don't know. Whack.
The only way I feel like if you want to be an SMT YouTuber and be successful is you have to talk about Persona.
Yeah, you have to talk about the like hate too,
and
which I hate doing.
I'm trying to, because I like doing like challenge runs and whatnot, and I'm halfway through a challenge run of P5S, where I only play as Joker. And I almost took no damage from all of the bosses, and I was just like, yeah, I can upload no damage runs, and I'm just like, then I took damage, and I'm just like, fuck.
Jeez. I hate that game.
You hate it?
I don't like the gameplay.
I love the gameplay. Well, I guess each to their own.
Yeah, I don't like Mozu games or whatever they're called.
Oh, I love
the
them.
Developer.
Like Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, that's a Muso game. And I played
I've
it
never
for
played
hours.
them. Here's the thing about Strikers though that I love. Maybe it does better than even like regular P5 is I like the fact that all the characters are sort of around each other a lot. They talk a lot more. The environments are nice. I feel like some bits of like P5 looked very similar. You could tell they were just like using assets from other parts of the game, but like there's so many different locations in Strikers. I really liked that. And obviously Haru getting more screen time is nice too. But just the gameplay itself, like the fighting, I wasn't a fan of. And people compare it to like the Final Fantasy VII remake sort of system where it's like it's hack and slash, but it has some turn-based elements mixed in. But I feel like Final Fantasy VII did it a lot better in some ways.
I have not played any Final Fantasy game at all.
Really? You should try the remake. If you like the way Strikers plays, I think it's that, but just better.
I own a lot of the Final Fantasy games, but I just haven't bothered.
Really? What ones do you have?
I have like some of them on the PS2. Like I'd have to like go through all my games and find out. I know I have the Final Fantasy VII remake. I have Final Fantasy 15, I think it is.
Yeah. Wait, you could buy Intergrade because you have a PS5.
Yeah. No, I think I get it automatically upgraded with the PS4 version.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah. If you bought it, did you do like the PS Plus version of it?
No, I have it physically.
Okay, I have it physically too. It's such a bad. It's totally a Square Enix move. For like PlayStation Plus and the PS4, you could get Final Fantasy VII Remake, which honestly sounds dope because I think they did it the year it came out, or like maybe a little bit of a year after, or something. But they were like, yeah, but if you download this, you don't get the upgrade to integrate on your PS5. Final Fantasy X's great. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, and like 9, from what I hear, are the best. It came out on PS2, yeah.
Yeah, I have a few of them on PS2, but I don't know which one it is. Final Fantasy, yeah, I have Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2.
Yeah, those are great. I haven't gotten through them yet. I got the remake, which the remake's actually really nice. It buffs up the frame rate, which it is a turn-based game, so maybe you don't need it, but it's really nice. That game has like that game will fuck your head up because it has some like time dilation shit. It's kind of crazy. The game starts with like, and I totally can see this happening in real life. Like your character plays like some futuristic like, I don't know, like soccer game or something, and then like the world goes to shit, and you wake up like 1,000 years in the future, and these people somehow stumbled upon that game you played 1,000 years ago, and they worship it like a religion. It just like goes to show how like small things from like past civilizations could be found by future civilizations, and like people could completely take it the wrong way. So it's so weird. I found Titus tedious. Well, I think you're supposed to be that way. You're supposed to be like a kid. I don't know. I need to play that one. I've only played 15, the 7 remake. I just bought the original 7 on Switch.
I actually have Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation.
See, I wish I did. That'd be great. There's like no, like that's a huge collectible, you know?
Yeah.
It's like 7 discs.
Digimon Digital Card Battle.
I liked Final Fantasy 13, but the sequels kind of sucked. I bought 13 on the PC and it runs like shit. It's really laggy.
I think 13 came out on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360.
Yeah, it was that era.
Yep.
People are very mixed about that one, too.
I have Final Fantasy 13 and 13 too. And I just haven't played them.
How do you have so many games like that? From one series specifically?
I'm a huge game collector, and usually I find these like games in the like. I got Final Fantasy VII Remake for $14, like 2 months after it released. I got it when something is cheap. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
I mean, yeah, that's worth it. I got the remake for like $20, and it was, I think, last year's Black Friday. I got it. I was hella happy about that. A Target had one left in my town, and I raced across town to get it. I bought it. And I'm like, oh. I was like, I probably paid more in gas money to get there than to actually get the game.
Lol.
I was like, fuck it, whatever. That game was really good. You should honestly play the integrated version on your PS5. Honestly, like, last year, we did Kira always does, like, the end of the year, like, game of the year thing. And I said that remake, and that was when Royal came out. I think I got a little shit for saying that, but I was like, dude, it's so much better.
Lol.
It's really great. That remake is pretty good.
Yeah.
And integrated adds a DLC and some other stuff. I get that remake through PS Plus. Yeah. See, a lot of people got it that way, which was like a year, like maybe a year, I think, after it came out. And they got a hold of it.
I've got like a huge pile of games that I need to play. Like, I just installed Ghost of Tsushima. I just got Sonic Colors Ultimate, and because I'm such a huge Sonic person, I'm gonna play that game again. Even though when Sonic Colors came out in 2010, I was 11. I didn't like it, and I still don't like it as much as other people. And people are just like, Resident, how could you not like Sonic Colors? That was like the best modern Sonic game. I'm just like, nah, shit.
I don't know anything about that. I've seen that deluxe edition of it around, and I was like, I could get this really cheap, but I never bought it. I didn't know if it was a good one or not.
Look, it's fine. It plays fine, but like, that's when they changed Sonic's voice actor to Roger Craig Smith, and I still think he's his new voice actor, even though it's been over bloody 10 years. And I don't like Roger Craig Smith voicing Sonic. I just don't like it. I prefer his old voice actor. And they just kind of replaced him without, like, any good reason. They just overhauled.
Wait, what'd you think about the Sonic movie? Live action one.
It was a good kids movie. It wasn't a good Sonic movie.
Yeah. They were totally just trying to pull in, like, everybody.
Yeah.
Not the Sonic fans, which they always do that. The Assassin's Creed movies also like that too. I was like, dude, Assassin's Creed is like the best like plot and everything you could do for a movie. Like easily could be one of the best.
The only video game media that I would say like something made out of a video game is like absolutely spectacular and everyone should watch it is Arcane from League of Legends.
I haven't watched that, but I know a lot of people like it. See, I'm kind of scarred. I actually used to cosplay Jinx all the time, and now I see Jinx, and I'm just like, Yeah. I played what's the auto chess thing? TFT. I played that a fuck ton. I got addicted to that for like 2 or 3 months, and I made myself stop playing it. I was like,
Wait,
I
what?
totally understand how people can get what.
Got Ghost of Tsushima director's cut for for $17 to Target. I mean,
What?
I guess, like, is that on PlayStation 4? Because, mate,
Probably.
in the US they don't have Boxing Day. Boxing Day is some holiday celebrated by Commonwealth nations, and we have Boxing Day sales. It's not like Black Friday. We also have Black Friday in Australia. It's slightly more expensive than Black Friday, but it's still a bunch of sales. And I got Ghost of Tsushima director's cut on PS5 for $79. I was still saving $50, but like, I can't believe that it's $17. Like, how much is
Wait,
$17 in Australian, like USD to AUD?
How much is the regular director's cut in Australia? 100 something?
129.
What the fuck? That's so much. Thank
Okay,
you so
okay.
much for the $2, by the way, Democrat. Thank you, man. I appreciate the donor.
PS4 and PS5 was. Huh? It was on
It
the.
was on a budget shelf.
What?
I think I also seen that Ghost of Tsushima director's cut at my local like GameStop for $17. Like I was saying, like fucking SMT5 was on the shelf here in America for like $33, and the game came out like a fucking month or two ago.
Can I just like? Oh. What?
So I'm saying I'll import you shit. If you need it.
No, I can't. Like, if I ever want to buy DLC, it's locked.
Oh really? Wait, DLC's locked?
On Xbox, Sony, DLC is region locked.
What the fuck?
Well, the store that I buy it from makes it work for the game that they sell in my region, not the game from another region.
I need to play Ghost of Tsushima. I might actually try and find that if it's on sale still. That's like the one Sucker Punch game I haven't played yet. I beat all of their games. Sucker Punch is like one of my favorite developers. I need to pick that up at some point.
I remember I got the Sly Cooper trilogy and I found it, and I was just like really excited because that's like a really rare thing to find, and I found it at DB Games for like $30, and I was just like, I'm buying this. And then I played Sly Cooper, and I was just like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I had to buy a PS3 controller. But it was like it's like a not one from Sony. Like this company makes them, and they make them really fucking good apparently. And I bought it for like $17 because you have to have a PS3 controller to play it. I don't know if you noticed, you can hook up a PS4 controller to the PS3 and it'll work, but for certain games it just won't. And Sly Cooper Collection is one of them. I got that physically when it first came out. I love it. Yo, Riku, how's it going, man?
Hey Riku, you're playing good. No spoilers. I don't want to know anything about the game, except it being good is the good thing to know about.
I'm sure it's great. The Sucker Punch is so good. The Infamous series is great. The Sly Cooper series is great. Of course, I feel like Ghost is gonna be great. I'm a weeb, so I feel like I'm gonna like that game.
I feel like the Sucker Punch Studios are a whole bunch of weebs because like Sly Cooper was based on like all the influences for Sly Cooper were basically anime. So
Yeah. I think if you beat Sly Cooper, the original, the like extra bonus cutscene you get is the Japanese trailer.
Yeah.
I thought that was so interesting. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I won't say anything about it.
Do you want to hear the super spicy video that I'm working on at the moment that's not a ShinMegamiTenseiV review?
Yeah, go for it.
So, I have been working on, for 1.5 years, recreating the Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc opening in Paint.
MS Paint?
Well, I'm using Paint.net because not like but it's like the same concept, right? I'm literally just drawing it with a mouse.
Jesus.
And
that must take
animating
a while.
Yeah, I'm animating in Sony Vegas. And I'm drawing like everything and it's almost done and I think I'm gonna pop off with that video. I think that video is gonna absolutely pop off. And then I'm thinking
Maybe.
maybe I can just make paint openings.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, we could also do. You could also like make them for YouTubers for intros and shit.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Really, you won't do commissions?
No.
Uh,
Because it's it's hard to get motivated for a commission for me.
I've never done commissions, so yeah, I don't know.
Like, even if I'm getting paid a bunch of money, like, I feel like my art is more spontaneous, more than anything. Like, I drew my icon, like my mascot. That's my drawing. Um, like, I designed him because I felt like I needed a new mascot, but like I didn't try and force it or anything.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like a thing of like creativity isn't forced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like whenever you have to be forced to make a video or something, it sometimes comes off as not so great.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now with my ShinMegamiTenseiV review. I feel like it's forced. It like that video will 100% be forced.
I was gonna do the review, but what I did was I just sort of snuck in my review and like a video talking about just other shit. I like snuck it
Well,
in there. I was like, this is as close as I'm getting to that. I can't remember what it was, but I snuck it in there.
I feel like if I want to earn money this month, I need to upload the review. So rip.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
don't
thought my
know.
Digimon iceberg video would pop off, and I spent a lot of time on that, and like people are searching for it and stuff, but like my channel isn't like a Digimon channel, so and people are
Yeah,
just like, uh, oh my god, these points, like I know more than you, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
funny how it's an opinion. Yeah, people are whack, especially when it comes. I don't know. It's like you shouldn't ever click on a video expecting it to be 100% what you agree with.
Yeah,
It's never gonna be that way, you know.
like I remember my partner, he was watching a video about like it was a hot take video on the Charmander line. And Charmeleon's my favorite Pokemon along with Arcanine. People know this. If you see me like a photo of me at a tournament, you will see like an Arcanine plushie and then a small Charmeleon on the top of it. And this guy's just like, Charmeleon sucks. And I'm just sitting there like, how dare you?
You should just be like, didn't ask, did not ask, bro.
And then at the end of the video, I'm just like, you know what? Fair enough, it's your opinion, but how dare you?
I like
Well,
fire Pokemon a lot too. I've always, because I grew up on Gen 3, I've always liked the Torchic line. That was
yeah,
always
that's
my
fair.
favorite. And Ho-Oh. I don't know why I like Ho-Oh.
Oh man, I won a regional championship with Ho-Oh. It was so
Sick.
good. I
Ho-Oh's
used Ho
shinies kind of whack though.
Yeah. I used Ho-Oh as a counter to the entire format at the time and nobody expected it. And I was just like, yeah.
Ho-Oh's great.
It
Heart
was
Gold's my favorite game.
I like
And
Soul Silver just because I kind of like Lugia's design a little bit more. I mean, at the time, maybe I'm more sentimental for Ho-Oh now because it won me a tournament, but like, it won me a huge tournament. I won a grand for winning that tournament. Not even
sheesh.
Australian, US. I won a grand US.
Oh shit. Thank you for the $5 donation. I need a 30 Sentinels re-release that makes the game 14 Sentinels. Adds one more character, which makes the game $7 in the great store. Are you joking right now or not? I can't tell.
I would say that's a joke. Oh,
Yeah, it has to be.
I've got a funny story about 13 Centennials. I bought it, right?
I never played it. Everybody goes on about it, but every time I've looked the game up, I've been like, would I like this? I don't know.
I'm actually like I have a playlist playing on my computer right now, and the song that like is playing is from 13 but
Oh
like I
shit.
bought it, I made it. I like making a video series called like went to the store to buy game because I think it's like funny, like showing off like Australia and video games in the same thing.
Just
And
kangaroos jumping out of the store. Yeah, I could see it.
yeah. And so I bought that game, and then it sat on my floor for the next 5 months, and then I played it. I'm just like, why the fuck didn't I play this on release? This is like the best game ever. Holy shit.
That's how Cyberpunk's been for me. It's been on my shelf. Like, I have a shelf for all my games. Cyberpunk's been sitting on the edge since it came out. I haven't touched it. Well, it's been like almost a year, hasn't it? Getting close to it. Holy shit. But thank you for the $5 of Dimicro. I appreciate that, bro. There's so many games like that. Like I said, Fallout 4, Witcher, I never played. I have every Dark Souls game, but I've only technically beat one of them by myself. Including Bloodborne and Sekiro,
I
too.
even have Demon's Souls on the PS3, and I've never played any of it.
Either have your little Joy-Cons or
Yeah, just take them.
I'm really good at playing all the video games that I have.
Just take it.
Like, I've played Mass Effect multiple times. But
I really need to get it.
And I have definitely played Fossil Fighters for the Nintendo DS.
Wait, what's that?
You have not heard of Fossil Fighters for the Nintendo DS?
Fossil Fighters. I can't lie to you. I got DS to play Pokemon games with. That's all I played with them.
Okay, I'm going to send you like the in my small friend group what became a meme. It's not the first game. It's like the last Fossil Fighters game that came out on the DS, and it was pretty disappointing, honestly. But that song is a whole meme in my friend group because you just open the game, and that's what you get.
Twine, I gotta listen to a snippet of this, just to know.
You just gotta like listen to the first 3 seconds.
Adventures right around the bend, and the world's got wonders to spare. Prehistoric lore to restore and befriend.
What in the
So get out
fuck?
there, go and dare. If you dig enough, you'll see there is power old as time. Wondrous and thunderous creatures.
Should I post it in the chat?
Well, no, they could hear it. I was playing it. They could
Oh.
hear me playing it. What the fuck? That's you know some poor band, some poor guy got paid to do that. He's
Oh
like,
no. That game is Japanese, so there's a Japanese intro,
Oh, they're singing the Japanese
and then
translated.
Yeah, that is like the translated song version of the song. So
Jeez, man.
there is also a character in that game named Sydney, and he is very racist. He like feeds up the like stereotypical Australian, like, oh, gotta put my shrimp on the barbie, mate. And I just thought that was the
Wait, every
stupid-
Australian's not like that? Hold on. Wait, what?
You want to know something about that? That term was actually coined in America.
I believe it. There's no fucking way that's like a real thing.
I don't even like what is a shrimp?
I have no idea. Starts dancing. See, Fox likes it. The song ain't too bad.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We don't eat shrimps in Australia. We
I
eat
don't feel like I ate
prawns.
it either. I'm sure shrimp's imported somewhere.
No. We do not eat shrimp in this country.
What's wrong with shrimp? I mean, I hate shrimp too. I never had it actually. I just think it looks weird.
We eat prawns.
I don't even know what that is.
So prawns and shrimp are basically like almost the same thing, except shrimps live in saltwater and prawns live in freshwater.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. I mean,
And we eat prawns. So when they say shrimp on the barbie, all the Australians are just like, what? What's a shrimp?
well, you know what a shrimp is.
Well, for the longest time, I didn't know what a shrimp was. I only heard that fucking, oh, gotta throw a shrimp on the barbie, mate. And I had
I've
no
never,
idea.
to be honest, I've never really heard the shrimp on the Barbie thing that many times. To be honest,
I mean, when
I
do
don't
you get
know.
to interact with a lovely person from Upside Down Land?
I don't know. Not often. I just know from YouTubers. The Joey from Trash Taste, he's from Australia.
Yeah, he's from Western Australia. He can stay in Western Australia. I know he lives in Japan now, but like, no. He can stay in the Great Wall of Western Australia. Wait, they had shrimp at oh my god. Ugh.
How the fuck is a shrimp at McDonald's? He's from Russia. Remember when I told you all my chats from like not America because I sleep random? Yeah, my mod's from Russia. He wakes up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., and that's when I'm streaming.
Lol.
It's fucking brilliant.
Okay, that kind of makes more sense because I've heard that like Russia has some. I mean, it's probably more normal in Russia, but like for me, it would be whack. But like the thing that's whack for me is I went to KFC in America. We have KFC in Australia, and I went there, and the menu was completely different.
Really?
Yes.
I don't really like KFC. I don't like chicken in general.
KFC in Australia is burgers, wraps,
What?
chips. Not like we don't call it fries, we call it chips.
Yeah.
Nuggets, popcorn chicken, like fried chicken, like just we don't have as much fried chicken. And you guys had wedges at KFC and I'm just like, what?
Yo, okay, the potato wedges are great though.
But I guess in Australia we do have chicken salt on our chips, and you don't know what chicken salt is because it's Australian, and it's like the best thing ever, and I would never leave this country purely because of chicken salt.
I don't like chicken. I hate to say it. I'm from America Rising pouts. I mean, same. I'm from America. Our shrimp is in the same family as cockroaches, but in the sea, so that kind of killed it for me. Yeah, they're crustaceans, technically. Yeah, they are. They are technically insects.
Every year at Christmas we have prawns, and my family likes buying the ones that aren't peeled, and I'm really squeamish, so
Ugh.
I'm just like, Mummy, can you please peel the prawn?
Mummy, please.
Peel prawn, I'm coward. And then my dad's just like, I can also peel the prawns for you, and my sister's just like, shut up! Why can't you peel prawns for yourself? You're 22.
I'm not even sure what you mean by peeling the prawn. That's how much I don't like that shit.
So what peeling a prawn is, basically, is the prawns have been cooked, they've been boiled, but they've still got all their, like, shell, eyes, legs, and all that. And Australians do this at Christmas every year. They just peel prawns.
Oh, no way, dude. I could not.
I mean, I like eating the prawn. The prawn tastes nice. But I don't like peeling the prawn.
But you'll eat it, though.
Oh, yeah, like, it tastes really nice. In a lot of, like, fried rice, we have a lot of Asian culture in Australia, and a lot of, like, the fried rice we have also has prawns in it, so I like prawn. But I don't like the Christmas festivity of peeling the prawn.
The fuck does that become a Christmas thing? That's what I want to know. Pop the sea bug.
Then I asked my family, I'm just like, can we buy the peeled prawns? And they're like, no, peeling the prawn is half the fun.
You gotta burn a couple calories peeling it, then you can eat it. Evens it out, you know? I don't know. I'm really bad. I'm like really squeamish with meat. Like if meat has any blood in it, like a steak, I hate it. I hate to say it, but I eat like well done steak if I have steak. I don't like seeing bone or anything. Just like
that's fair. I'm pretty squeamish, but like when I see like a average steak, like a bit of blood in it, I guess I've been used to like bloody eating meat that's just like way too dry for so long, so I'm just like, yeah, you know what, bit of blood, come on, I have these canine teeth for a reason, we're going in.
See, like that'd make me like, ugh, I'd like want to puke. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I worked at a restaurant for a long time, and this is why I'm scarred. Is that I used to have to rip apart chickens and marinate them and like cook them and stuff, and that made me so disgusted. I couldn't do it anymore.
Honestly, yeah, fair enough.
Honestly, what?
I said fair enough.
Oh, honestly, fair enough. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you might like get a point, but yeah, I don't know. I can't do meat and stuff like that. It weirds me out. I mostly eat beef, and it's like beef, but it's like well done.
Oh my god, there are so many people who've moved to like Australia from England, and they still refuse to eat beef because of mad cow disease. And I'm just like, it never happened here. They're like,
is that like a thing in Australia
disease.
that people get upset about?
Oh, no, it's British people who have moved here, and they still refuse to eat beef.
Well, you know, British, you know. No, I'm kidding.
And then Australia's weird, right? Like, there's so many different cultures here. Like, I don't know.
I think it is for me. I have. There are whole states as big as European countries in America. We got 50 of them. They're wildly different here. Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I'm surprised that Australia just has like one flat accent.
Yeah, you guys are pretty like Britain, like the UK. Like there's Welsh accents. I mean, even in like just Britain alone, there's like Liverpool accents, Manchester accents. You should need, yeah. See, like there's so many.
Dude, oh my god! Like, I remember like in my early YouTube videos, like when I was making them, and then somebody's just like, "Are you British?" And I'm just like, "Do I sound British?"
Bruh, you can. Australian accents and British accents are different. I don't know how people think they're similar.
Like yes, I spell color with a U, but that doesn't make me British.
You know what's funny? There's a Foo Fighters album called the Color and the Shape, I think is what it's called. And I thought he was just spelling color with a U. I mean, he's from America. Dave Grohl is. The Foo Fighters are an American band, but they just wanted to be different, I guess, and spell it the British and like UK way or whatever, or the Australian way. I thought he was just being cool and adding a U in there. I didn't realize it was from like another language. That's why. Or not a different language. I guess I don't know what is that.
It's the same. It's like English has like variations. Like I speak English, but the variant of English I speak is Australian English. Because if I say something like oh, look at that thing, it cocked itself, you have no idea what I'm saying.
I don't I don't know what you're saying.
But if I say it to another Australian, they're like, oh yeah, it did cock itself, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the same with like anywhere it speaks. Just if you're far enough away from each other, you'll figure shit out differently than other people, and you'll say things differently than other.
Like there's
parts.
bloody New Zealand slang that I've got no idea what it is.
Yeah,
They're
think
kinda
just
New Zealand English is like a mix of Maori, which is their native language, and English.
Oh, interesting. I mean, there's people from like New Jersey, which is America, and I hardly understand what they're saying. Which is whack. There's like the southern accent. Some southern accents I just don't fucking get. It's so bad. I have a lot of relatives from the south, and even then I still don't understand what they're saying. I don't know. I think
you just smile and nod.
It's like, yeah, sure. There's like a lot of UK bands I like. I mean, I'm a huge Beatles fan, so I think just watching enough Beatles interviews and shit like that, I just got used to like UK accents and I understand it. But yeah, it's whack. How long have we been going for? Almost 2.5 hours. Probably wrap this up soon.
My dad once had to act as a translator between Midwest American hillbilly and English and African British English.
That's like multiple layers. African British English. I like how you said Midwest American hillbilly. Just
yeah,
what does that even mean?
That is the official term for it. If you use anything else, it's like
true.
bad.
Though.
Yeah.
I'm technically from the Midwest, but I don't have a an accent. I'm pretty. I don't know. I like to think where I'm from is pretty like clear cut, but like I don't know. I really don't know.
Interestingly, while Australians don't have accents, like different accents depending on like where you are in the country, we do use different terms for things depending on what state you're in. So people can automatically tell like what state you're from if you use a specific word. And I hate that because when I'm in another state and I say a word, they're just like, "You're from Victoria, aren't you? Piece of crap." And I'm just like, what? Why is being from Victoria make me a piece of crap?
How many states are even in Australia? I didn't even know they were split up.
We've got Victoria, New South Wales, the Australian Capital Territory, the Northern Territory, Queensland, Tasmania, South Australia, and Western Australia.
There's New Wales, and people from Wales colonized a part of Australia. Is that what that means?
Australia's first name was New Wales.
Also, people from Wales found it. Okay, interesting. I didn't realize that. Yeah, there's like New England in America, right? And like New York. Like those are just British places.
Actually, I think the Dutch, found Australia first. But then it was taken, it wasn't like expanded upon, and then England obviously came over and dumped prisoners here and said, "Yeah, you're living here from now on," and then Australia became a country.
You live with the kangaroos and snakes. Good luck.
Kangaroos near my house, not snakes. I've got turtles though.
Turtles are sick. I mean, to be honest, like fucking Steve Irwin is one of the most wholesome like people there ever was. I was actually like, because I watched him as a kid. That's like probably the most Australian things I knew growing up was just Steve Irwin in general. I was so sad when he died. It was one of the worst things. Like as a kid, I was like, oh shit, people die. I was like, oh, like that's awful.
It was such a big thing here when he died. I was really young, and my parents were watching his funeral, and I was crying.
Yeah, I mean he was something else. He
was
definitely
an
taught a
Australian
whole.
icon.
Yeah, I mean he still is. He's taught a whole generation, and like maybe even then some about like animals and shit. And how
Yeah.
to treat animals.
I've been to the zoo that he ran and founded, Australia Zoo. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, his widowed wife and kids and stuff, they still do a lot of like animal stuff. I mean,
Yeah, no, they still run Australia Zoo.
right.
I've seen I haven't seen his daughter Bindi, but I've seen I think it's Rob Irwin and his the mother at the zoo. I don't know them personally. I've just seen them.
Yeah, I mean they seem involved, which is good. I think that's what he would have wanted, you know.
Yeah.
Which is great.
My favorite is they did an ad for Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and they went to Australia Zoo to film it, and Rob Irwin was in that trailer.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, another thing, like his wife never remarried.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, what a fucking saint. That's great. All right, I think we're gonna wrap things up.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of want lunch.
From how it tells, I think we could keep going on forever. So let's
You'll
just.
You'll have to like invite me to one of your gaming streams, and we can just vibe.
For sure. You should join my Discord channel for real. I mean.
Yeah, send me a link.
Yeah, I will. Or I'll wait till this is over and I'll send it to you. Real quick.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Let's wrap things up. Like I said, guys, her link is down in the description below. Please go and sub. Good lad here on the channel. We'll probably collab in the future more, so please go ahead. Give
It was
her a sub.
also a pleasure talking for you all and seeing all of your comments as well.
Yeah, I mean, we need some Aussie energy. You know what I mean? It's just like that's kind of the thing I'm missing. I got someone from Russia. I got someone from Brazil. I got some American. You know, I got.
We need to make this global. Come on.
Yeah, international
Everywhere.
channel. Absolutely. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. You can follow the SMT and friends on Twitter. I mean, that's kind of the reason we got connected in a way, because the Discord server. But yeah, already subbed. Good stuff, Fox. Good stuff. Thank you. Already subbed. At least you can take that away from this. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.